some of the stories that is making the rounds in other parts of the world we're looking at. Now, what has run over any records Russia is saying, now Putin confirms what choose to join the Russian military, return to their families, or go to Belarus. Well, so what is happening? Do you think that what happened over the weekend has actually shaken Putin's or actually undermined Putin's authority there? What do you think? What do you think? Interesting. And then some other stories making the rounds. Trump head on tape discussing secret documents. It appears to be the same recording cited by prosecutors in their indictment of the former president. Now, if that is true, his people will come and say, supporters will come and say, oh, leave that one and go ahead. Let's leave him alone. He was doing all that for us. Really? All right, then. Wow. Sycophancy. All right. Now, let's move on to the UK. Look at some of the stories making the rounds. Some investigation going on. Discrimination widespread in English and Welsh cricket. One of the stories there as well. And here cuts treatment time for cancer radiotherapy. The technology will be offered at cost price to all NHS trusts in England following successful pilot studies. Why not? If it's helping out, why not? If it's going to cut down on how long it takes for a process or a procedure to take place, why not? All right then. So this is a lot what we're going to be looking at today. Wherever you are, don't you go away. But for now, we're going to be taking some music and we'll get Mr. OLAMILEKAN to join in. So wherever you are, stay tuned. Don't you go away. told you earlier on, a bit under the weather, but you know, when I listen to some lovely tunes like that, it whips up my spirit and I feel good. In some way, somehow, it put a bit of vim in me. And I hope that money to do so to you as well. But it's all Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 6 minutes past the top of the hour, and we are going to be going to our North London studios to join the one and only, the white lion himself, Mr. FOLAYEMI Koiki, where it's going to be bringing you all that you need to know when it comes to Nigeria. But that will be after this short commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Hi, I'm Ada Williams, and I'm an NHS pharmacist. Don't get caught out by COVID this summer. If you have only had one COVID-19 vaccination or haven't had one at all, you can still get your free vaccine until the 30th of June. Book your vaccine through the NHS app, online at nhs.uk/COVID vaccination, or call 119 for free.
Okay, welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station. And let me take this opportunity to once again say good morning to the white lion himself, Mr. FOLAYEMI Koiki. Good morning to you.
A very good morning to you back in the studio, Mr. Archie. Good morning to all our listeners and viewers from around the globe. And welcome once again to the Tuesday edition. It is just under a few more days before the end of June. It is literally the 27th of June, 2023, at just about 7 minutes past exactly 11 o'clock.
Yes. How are you doing and how is the family?
Well, as you were talking about the weather, you know, I love the weather so far because it makes you feel like you are just where exactly Frank is. The only difference is that the aroma of food that Frank smells every day, whether they are hygiene, whether they are in the restaurant, but as so many people love the street food, which is also being sold here in UK, but it is a very beautiful weather so far, and we are grateful to be alive as we continue to look at some of the news coming out of Nigeria. And there's quite a lot again this morning, and we'll be looking at each and every single one of them, especially for all our listeners around the world, even up to Australia and New Zealand and Japan, that are currently under some few other day because they are just ahead of us, and they are now coming up to Wednesday when we look at the time zone in those particular part of the continent.
Well, listeners, Mr. FOLAYEMI Koiki, for you, I will be going on to look at some of the stories. But I was saying when I came on last night, I wasn't feeling that good. It felt like I was having, because of the fluctuation of the temperature, because it's hot outside, you sit in the car, you turn the AC on, you get back inside, and it's a bit hot, and all that fluctuation doesn't pan out well for some of us. However, I had some medicines that I was able to take. I could take some Lemsip. I could take things like that, where we know that before you go to the shops to get all these things, they have been tested, and you cannot sell those things on the market. If not, the authorities will come after you. But celebrating World Drugs Day, we are looking up, they say about 14 million Nigerians are abusing drugs. And I'm not talking about hard drugs there. I'm just talking about the normal clinical drugs that we normally take. So what can you say about that when it comes to this 14 million? Because that's quite a big chunk of Nigerians who are going through that. Yomi.
Drug abuse is one of the biggest problems, you know, that every country is trying to deal with. And just like you did mention, we also have, 14 million of Nigerians that are abusing drugs. Not literally the hard drugs. We are talking about even as, the basic drugs that can be abused, and most Nigerians abusing these drugs does not literally mean one particular ethnic groups or the other. But on Monday, Bamidele Amos, the NDLA commander in Zamfara, expressed concern over increased drug abuse among youths, revealing that more than 14 million Nigerians engage in substances abuse regularly. Mr. Amos stated this at an event that was put together by the NDLA Zamfara Command to mark the 2023 World Drug Day in Gwasu. Let's take you through the breakdown. The NDLA commander, as the stakeholders, we must join hands to work against this evil act. As of 2021, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime reported that Nigeria has an estimate about 14.3 million people, again between the age of 15 and 64, that are abusing drugs. He had it. I believe as of now in 2023, if we take another statistics, it will be higher. So that is quite worrying as well than it was in 2021. But what kind of drugs are we talking here? Do you know that codeine, is being mixed with Coke? I'm talking about Coca-Cola. Is being mixed with any other soft drink, and a lot of Nigerians are building these, and that literally makes them high. Should we also say that the non-availability of jobs is also creating this problem? Even countries like UK that have as much of opportunity, people still abuse the drug. But according to what he said, Mr. Issa noted that taking drugs without a doctor prescription can also harm one's health.
Now, interestingly, they will say that taking drugs without a doctor's prescription harms health. Yes, it's easier said than done, because if somebody hasn't got the means to go to the hospital, to go and pay a doctor, for him to see the doctor, for the doctor to prescribe or diagnose him or her and then prescribe whatever change is happening to them, the other they have to do is that if the little money that they have, if they can go buy Panadol or go and buy whatever, they have to now treat themselves. So if the government is coming out, or these experts are coming out to say, 40 million Nigerians are all abusing drugs, what have they put in place to help solve that particular situation? We have all the authorities and the rich people, and they will just fly out of the country to come and get treatment. Now, what about the common Nigerian?
Well, the common Nigerians, like I was saying earlier, even up to... even up to syrup. Syrup, as we know, is used for cough. Mm-hmm. So Nigerians have started using it as a kind of a different form of drug because of the sweetness, and it could also make you go a little bit high. You're quite right. Buying even a certain amount of paracetamol or ibuprofen on the counter in UK will be restricted to certain amount. So you're not likely, to buy the numbers that you need, because it could be used as harmful. It could become harmful to you as well. What I think has happened is, awareness on the abuse of drugs must continue, from not just in the school, because as many Nigerians are out of school anyway. So we can talk about, from home. Parents must continue to tell, their children about the implication of trying some of these drugs. I've seen so many times on the social media, those that are mixing different kind of cocktails, and by the time they finish using it, that could literally knock them off, and sometimes this could have impact on their kidney and memory loss as well.
Yeah, it's very, very important, and that's why the awareness needs to be created. Though we're saying that the government is not provided, you don't want to end up having a kidney problem, because if your kidney is not functioning very well, liver and all those things that comes out with it, you mess up your life big time. We have to remember the man who has been in prison here with a wife. What's the name?
Ike
Kremadu. Because the daughter. We're not saying that the daughter abused drugs. That's why she's having the kidney or this problem. No, that's not what we are saying. I will lift up my hands. That's not what we are saying. But she has a problem with that, and they have money, and that's why they were even trying to throw money at it. But talk about you who is listening to us, or you are there and you cannot. So you have to be well advised. I don't know how we're going to be doing, but let me ask you about traditional medicine. How is it? How good is it in Nigeria, and what is the government doing to help? Because most of the codeine and all those stuff, they are taken from some, apart from the ones that are done in the lab where we use various chemicals to now build those things. There are some that have to be maybe gotten from plants and stuff like that. What is Nigeria doing about that? Yeah.
So they're called the local herbs, and the local herbs known as agbo in the southwest, different side of Nigeria has different names. They do work, but the only problem is, you don't know the measurements that you're taking. So literally, you could even be overdosing yourself. As if, we're going to be discussing these. I've been talking about Kwara State as a state with 3.3 million in population with 16 local government. And literally, before I ended my conversation with the listeners. I was saying that if I had a tooth problem and if the state was actually working in terms of the local government, I could travel to any other local government and I could be treated for either I've been taking enough, more than enough sweet and all that, and a prescription will be made either in the local way that has been reformed, tested, or the other one from the pharmaceutical as well. So what we have seen in, when it comes to the traditional trado medical that have worked, but as many of that has also become damage to kidney because they are not being fully tested, to give us the exact prescription that you should be taking. So that means that, as many Nigerians go down because they're having, stool problem, and they go down and visit these local trado medical, and they end up overdosing themselves. But it has always been very good that there are now much more training of those selling these as well, so that measurement can be capped. But the problem is, remember that alcohol is used in most of them as well, and you could be consuming more than what you are not meant to consume.
By the time you think that you are treating yourself, you are high. You are going to heaven straight. But well, listeners, it's Starr Radio UK. We hope that we are adhering to it, because that's why we bring these programs to you, so that we can discuss such issues that are affecting us. It is Starr Radio UK. Mr. OLAMILEKAN in North London studios. I'm Archie here in the South studios. Well, we've got an aide of the former president, Buhari, saying that, you know what? Buhari could have actually stalled the chances of Tinubu if he had decided there and then to take off the subsidy, the fuel subsidy. But he decided just to leave it, so that after that would have been announced. But, Yomi, so is it that they won the election by lying or by false presentation? Yomi.
When I read it was a lengthy one, because I did just about 2-3 minutes as it was posted on Gabashewu Twitter, and I saw it and I took my time to read through. It was quite in full details. We do know that it's still the APC running the affairs, but the only difference is a new sheriff in town. And most of the time, just as here in UK, I'm not sure that the former Prime Minister would try to be interfering with Rishi Sunak, because that would be like a distraction, even though they are still on the same political party. But the former President Muhammadu Buhari's senior special assistant on media and publicity, Gabashewu, says his principal could not have removed the fuel subsidy in his last days in office, knowing that his party, the ruling APC, had a presidential election ahead to win. But he went on further to say that so many other subsidy has been removed. Shehu said the strategy was that with the election now behind us, a capable leader, as we now have in place, is the best position to move it forward. The ex-presidential spokesman made assertion in a statement on Monday titled, "Why did it take the new Tinubu and Shettima presidency weeks to remove the petrol subsidy when Buhari didn't do so for years?" In that statement that was posted on his Twitter handle, said Buhari realized that the tension was high in the country and he wouldn't add fuel to the fire. There was tension about the money that was changed in December. There was tension as well with as many insecurity in the country. So adding petrol subsidy remover would have become like a fire, according to Gabashewu. He said he had all along refrained from speaking on the issue till now, because we are mindful of the fact that with Tinubu and Shettima presidency now in place, and for which there is a new sheriff in town, we do not want to distract them from the enormous task facing them and the nation. Neither it is our wish to take the spotlight away from them in any way.
Well, listeners, it's Starr Radio UK. Updates from Nigeria with Mr. OLAMILEKAN in our North London studios. I'm actually here in the South studios, and we're bringing you everything that you need to know when it comes to Nigeria. Oh, you know about David? Good morning to you. And Shamsuddin Oladipupo, good morning. I hope you are doing very, very well, and thanks for joining in as well. He says, God bless Yoruba Nation, and we want Yoruba Nation now. All right, then. So now let's move on to some of the other stories that is making the rounds. Now, can you just imagine if you're a pensioner and for 4 months you've not received your pension money, But my question that I've been asking is it that the Zamfara state governor himself, are they paying themselves and not paying these pensioners, or is it the federal government not supposed to be paying them? Maybe Yomi is going to be able to throw more light on that. But Oloremi Akilanko, good morning to you. We hope they are doing very, very well. Yomi.
Well, we've always been hearing that, our elderly that have worked, sometimes for 25, 30 years, are always scared when it comes to the last time that they will be retiring from work, because that means that, the tendency of receiving their pension. Remember, this is not, a free money. This is the money that they've accumulated, for a very long time that should then be paid to each one of them. But that doesn't seem to be, the case. Let's take you back to, the miner actually, stole so much money that belongs to the pensioner. And that means that, we were also looking for him. Let me take you back to 2020. Our miner stole 14 billion naira using a fictitious account, EFCC. A prosecution witness has narrated how a former chairman of the Pension Reform Task Force team, Abdulrashid Minor, who is standing trial before the Federal High Court in Abuja, stole about 14 billion naira from pension accounts through several illegal payments to fake pensioner, non-existent contract, and other pension reform union. This is not just about the state level. We have those that are working with the federal government that expect to be paid after they are retired. That is from the federal. We also have those that have to be paid from the state level after they've completed their services as well. But it seems that it is always the other way around, that pensioners are dying of not receiving their gratitude. I remember my grandmother, I picked some of our own, at some point, because she was now becoming a little bit tired. And that means that, we don't have the system in UK where money gets straight paid into your own account. It has to be from cash, but that individual must have been taken there by the real person. And at some point in interval, she still have to end up coming so that they are aware that she's still alive. Because so many people have been taking money that somebody that have died, and they still end up collecting the money. But it has always been the issue that there's not enough money going through. Like I said, Kwara State has been my topic in the last couple of days. Let's look at the budget as an example of 2023 in Kwara State. With a 16 local government, the budget is about 189 billion naira. That also means that part of that money, pension has to be paid, services has to be done with 16 local government. I went further to look at in 2021 when federal allocation came into the state. The local government was meant to be taking about 2-point-something billion out of that. But we know that this has never been happening, because a state like Kwara, looking at the list of all the governors in the last 24 years of democracy, I went back to look at the first governor, not the military governor of 1967, but the one that took over in 1999 when we returned back to democracy. His name is called Mohammed Alabi Lawal. He died on the 15th of November 2006. Guess where? He died here in London. The question is not about where he died. The question is whether he was able to perform his duty as a governor while he was there and then hand over to the next governor. But what we do know is that in 2006, the same NSA director, YòRÀBÁ, investigated the first governor in the democratic way in 1999 of what are called alleged diversion of funds. The question then is, how do you pay the pensioner when money has been diverted? Starr Radio UK, I'll come back again to you in the studio.
Well, listeners, quite intriguing. I don't know how the authorities are there and they oversee such things. Someone will say that they are not doing so, but people are outsmarting them. That means that the system is not working. If the system is not working, then something needs to be fixed. But the question I've been asking once again is that, okay, what about the one that the state has to pay to these individuals? Why is the state not paying that? And the one that the federal has to pay, why is is it not getting to them as well? But if you know more about it, maybe you know somebody who is not received their pensions for the last 4 months, and I don't know how. So that is why people think that, for me to actually secure my future when I know I'm going to go into pension, maybe some way, somehow, I need to rob, I need to do stuff. Maybe I need to, go through some corrupt means to stock some money there so that when I'm old, that will take care of me. Because we don't put systems in place for people to be saying that, look, I know that when I'm old, whatever work that I did will take good care of me. You know what I mean? It is sad, isn't it?
Extremely sad. And, when you look at those, grandmothers and grandfathers that have worked hard and, for them not to receive their gratitude is one of the painful parts that so many people have experienced. And some have even died, and while some are still alive, but somebody else is collecting their pension.
Interesting. Listen to Starr Radio UK. Semi you Adeyemi, good morning to you. Have a blessed day as well. We hope you are doing very, very well. Okay, now let's move on to one other story. Now we're talking about a president who, I think back in the day, somewhere I lived in that he has been involved in some drug trafficking and all that stuff. There's not been any substantive case against him, so we cannot say it. Nobody can hold him accountable for that. But he's saying that he supports the war against drug trafficking abuse in Nigeria. And I'm asking myself the question this morning. So what is happening to Abba Kyari? Is he going to be shipped down to the U.S. to face the full rigors of the law, or what? Yomi?
Let's come first to Abba Kyari. Abba Kyari, as we know, is still being held in the custody, even though he's been trying his best, to get from there through a bail condition. Abba Alhaji Kyari is a Nigerian police officer who is Deputy Commissioner of Police then until suspension and relief from all his duty because allegation came from another criminal known as Hush Puppy that is currently serving, jail sentence in America for, fraud. And that literally means that America wanted this man, to be brought into U.S. for further questioning. But it also seems that there are some Nigerians protecting him as well. And that seems that he's not going anywhere yet until maybe the new Attorney General of the Federation will be looking at him. He was born on the 17th of March, 1975. And as we say, he rose as a superstar, well loved in Nigeria by so many people, maybe for reason known because of his crime or for just making sure that criminals are being apprehended. But the last thing we know is that he's still being held without any charges or being extradited to U.S. Let's now come back to what Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is saying when it comes to the headline that is now also coming out, on the news today. Tinubu support the war against drug trafficking abuse in Nigeria. I hereby reiterated this administration unwavering support to the NDLEA for the substance of drug control effort in the country and effort to keep the country safe as well. As we do know, I recommend that everyone should redouble effort to combat drug abuse and trafficking in the country. We also appreciate and acknowledge our local and international partners, especially the United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. Mr. Tinubu, represented by George Akume, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, made this call in 2023 United Nations Day Against Drug Abuse, illicit drug traffic held in Abuja on Monday.
Wow, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And let me say good morning to Pastor Mo. He says that, he said life of pensioners meant nothing or means nothing to Nigeria government, the Nigerian government. My sister retired 2 years ago. No gratuity, no pension. They owe me some money till today. They skipped some of my pension. So they do everything with everything that you put away to help you on a rainy day. I think they decide to, as I put it, chop it before even that rainy day comes. And that is what he's saying about it. If you have any other experience, or you know somebody who's had any experience with that sort, let us know. Let us know. Because it's very, very sad. And what is the new government going to do about it? It's something that will be, I think we have to try to put before them, the president himself. Well, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. 11:31 the time. Mr. OLAMILEKAN, and we'll go back to him for more updates from Nigeria. Over to you, Yomi.
Well, it seems that, the case surrounding the $76 million cash haul, Aisha Odariko, on your left-hand side on the screen, was permanent secretary, and Kyra Dikwa, account officer, is now under the probe, according to the NDIC says. The background of his relationship with Mrs. Odariko was unclear, although officials say they were both romantically involved. The Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation has confirmed that one of its staff, Aisha Odariko, was linked to a fraudulent case of stockpiling about $76 million cash of unexplained origin in a duplex in Abuja, was an account officer to Muhammad Khairi Dikwa, a retired permanent secretary at the Federal Ministry of Finance. According to the report, reveal how Mrs. Odariko, 43 years old, from Okene local government area in Kogi State, had been a subject of sprawling criminal investigation by the federal authorities of how $4 million cash was hauled away by sharp metal collectors at the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic. But yesterday, the NDIC revealed that the fraud allegedly committed by Mrs. Odariko has nothing to do with the federal government corporation. It, however, assured that it will probe the allegation, stressing that the federal government organization has zero tolerance. And, I mean, the question is, how did this money move in the first place that nobody, no whistleblower was able to, we're talking about the cash here now. This cash must have been delivered, so there has to be a procedure. But it seems that court corners, like Sanusi said, that you can easily pay 1 trillion naira to anyone in Apapa and allow a ship that is meant to be docking, the refined petroleum back into the system, then move it back again to Ghana, then a Republic, Niger, right from the sea, and that is exactly what seems to be happening. So we hope this investigation is not going to go without being properly and finally with the system that works. Tinubu should appoint northerner, not southerner, not the northerner, as the EFCC chairman, Orowa. It is essentially to rectify the existing regional imbalance with the EFCC, economic financial crime, by appointing a candidate from the south as the chairman. We know that there's a lot of individuals that have gone through before, but the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria is now saying that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must do everything, to make sure that the next EFCC chairman is definitely coming from the south as a southerner. Northerners have taken turns to occupy the position since its inception. This contained in a statement that was put together by Mr. Emmanuel yesterday. Orowa expressed concern over the consistent appointment of individuals from the north as EFCC chairman since the agency was established. Nobody yet have been appointed, but we know that late night is when Tinubu seems to change things around when it comes to appointment. So let's go and see more as well. The Senate Minority Leader, PDP Atiku, set to clash with the G5 over Tambuwa as well. Also, Disco backtrack on the tariff hike, await the NERC approval. We know that as many Nigerians are complaining about electricity. Now, let's come back to the general election, because now the European Union have submitted their report from the latest election that was just concluded in Nigeria. What is the report about? And can that make any changes? Even though we know there are still court cases that is still going on, and as many Nigerians await an outcome from what we called the 2023 election. I'm just trying to see if I can get some of the what we normally have. Yes, this is part of the results sheet from the 25th election. I'm sure even some of our children will not do such, but these are being done by professors. So what do we know from the European Union Mission Submit report on the 2023 general election? The European Union Election Observer Mission has presented its final report on this year's general election to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on yesterday, according to the INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, that told us here in Chatham House that the election was going to be transmitted, but it seems that for whatever reason, such did not happen. We still have the election tribunal that is going on, but the Twitter read, the European Union Election Observation today presented its final report. The INEC chairman and the National Commission were asked to receive the visitor. So we don't know the details yet. We hope the EU will give us a better insight of what actually took place. Let's see if we take one more and then we move straight to the social media to see what is trending when it comes to Nigeria. Senator nabbed for 5.7 million euro internet fraud. The suspect, bearing many aliases, Fad Makwa, Senator Tompolo, Tom Makwa, Dr. Brown, defrauded a Spaniard of 5.7 million euro, said, according to the EFCC, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has arrested. Imagine somebody is presenting himself as a senator, Ifechukwu Makwa, for alleged 5.7 million euro in Europe and in euros. Yeah. According to the statement, Mr. Makwa was arrested in Gazwap in area of Abuja following credible intelligence about his internet-related fraud activities. Upon arrest, it was discovered that the suspect, bearing many alias, defrauded a Spaniard of 5.7 million euro, according to the EFCC. Allegedly came to be a U.S. Federal Bureau investigator, agent, and a diplomatic solicitor, succeeded in defrauding his victim using what we call fake identity. The Anti-Graft Commission added that the suspect allegedly started defrauding the victim since 2013 when he first met her on the social media. So investigation continued. That is a staggering amount of money. Coming to the social media this morning and find out what is trending in terms of the news. Let's talk about, Bola Tinubu. 2 hours ago, according to Reuters, new Nigerian President Bola Tinubu has moved at a lightning speed in his first month in office, implementing a raft of radical changes aimed at finally unleashing the full potential of Africa's sluggish economy in the world. So let's hope that maybe some of his changes will have a big impact. But the report I got yesterday, from one of a big-time farmer in Kaduna, but based in Abuja, went further to say that in the last 3 years, he has not been able to visit back his farm in Kaduna, and the reason for that is 36 of his staff were kidnapped. Huge amount of ransom in millions of naira was paid. Some of them lost their life. 13,000 tons of grain was destroyed. 5 million tubers of yam were fed into some of the animals that were penetrated into the farm. And while we were discussing, he said Buhari was just a sadist that could not have done anything different. Is Tinubu going to make anything different? Well, time will tell, it seems, is the question. Hosseini Rufai say, Garba Shehu exposed how Buhari made Tinubu win election using a tactical delay. Also, as we continue to look at Tinubu, drug addict need sympathy, not stigmatization is the headline. We will support victims of struggling with drug addiction. But according to another individual, Dr. Dipo Awojide at Ogbeni Dipo, days after his inauguration, Tinubu scrapped a decade-old petrol subsidy. He then quickly suspended the central bank governor, freed up the exchange rate. Both reforms should have long-term payoff. Cementing them in the near term wouldn't be easy in a televised appeal. So it seems that there's different conversation, but according to Kwekwe, the hustler first frame of the forged degree certificate submitted by Tinubu to INEC. The second frame is a template for a forged certificate for the site where it was forged. The third frame is the original certificate belonging to a certain amount. And the last one on Tinubu before we move swiftly to Nigeria. Abati is fast becoming the unofficial spokesperson of Tinubu administration, always defending and reeling out non-existent qualification and performances of Tinubu's comatose and inhumane administration and policy. So it seems that Nigerians are really battling it out there on the social media this morning. But what is actually trending more, apart from Bola Ahmed Tinubu? There's a lot trending. A skit maker has been arrested and kept in the prison until the next court appearance. And the reason for that is it was actually, asking a 10-year-old whether she was able to see his private part. And if this was somebody in UK, he would definitely landed into sex offender, and he would never be able to walk close to any children or any other person. But it seems already that there's another person now pleading on his behalf, say that it could just be something that we shouldn't be taking serious. It just shows the myopic thinking of so many Nigerians that when it comes to minor, they have to be protected. Yoruba Nest is showing us Lagos, Nigeria in the year 1974 with a very beautiful video, but that has changed. This is also the picture of a junior dormitory in Yaba I College, now Yaba College of Technology. The college was founded in 1932. It is Nigeria's first tertiary institution, only admitted male students. But that has now changed as well. So also, Nigeria could lose Commonwealth membership over the horrifying treatment of the British citizen Nnamdi Kanu. This is coming from the UK author Foyster, who is also saying that if care is not taken, Nigeria might lose its spot. And that is about it. I'll come back again to you in the studio. But the last one from Are Karunwi Kankafo. The Southwest, our future and survivor as a political force in Nigeria. I find it uncomfortable, unbelievable how political actors and custodians of traditions in Nigeria, in Yoruba land rather, act as if all is well in Yoruba land. I am shocked how they all laughed when there's trouble, and how the party had in the midst of this equilibrium. Yoruba land is the most complex geopolitical bloc in Nigeria. I will try and explain why it is the most complex and why people with Asian native intelligence must be the ruler and voices of the Yoruba people. Starr Radio UK, that is there. We can go this morning. I'll come back now to you in the studio.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. There, let me say good morning once again to Anthony Adedeji, and then to Aziz. Aziz says good morning, and to Larry once again, we thank you very, very much for joining us. But Yomi, let me quickly ask you about the minor case. Do we have any updates pertaining to that? Because somebody has asked me a question. They sent me a message. So what is happening to the minor case? It was like Buhari was just kicking the can down the road for somebody to come and do it. So what has happened?
Well, what we can say with the minor gate is that it's still in the custody as we speak right now. There is no update yet. How far the case can last in another maybe 10 years if care is not taken. We know that what most of them do is that, they find time to tell the court to adjourn and adjourn and adjourn. And by the time the case gets to about 10 years, then some people can also be left not even remembering. I mean, the reason why you will remember that is because we're linking it to the pension. But 1 month ago, which is the last update from minor case, no reprieve for pension thief minor as appeal court uphold 8 years jail term. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Friday affirmed that the 8 years of jail term for Abdulrasheed Minor, a former chairperson of the defunct pension reform, for stealing over 2 billion in pension fund. The judge, Okan Agwen, had in November 2021 jailed Minor, so it seems that he has been jailed after convicting him and his company, but he's still trying to uphold that conviction, which is still reason why the court case is still going on. But when you walk out 2021, and then we're now 2 years out of that, he probably might not even be living in a prison, because we know these criminals have their way around by getting air condition, eating pizza and shawarma in the prison, because they have the money to bribe as well inside the prison cell. And whoever has the bigger money can live a better life. As you can see, his big head, that is his head right there behind me.
Well, listeners, it is Starr Radio UK. We're going to bring the update to a close there. But one from the southeast as well. Innocent Okeke is saying that Nnamdi Kanu's release is a panacea to national healing. Do you think that's how Nigerians are all seeing it? So, as we've talked about the fact that we have Professor writing to the current president, and we've not had any response from there, and we have others thinking, look, all these ones who are shouting and making noise for their people, representing them, thinking that our people are being marginalized, something needs to be done. Do you think releasing Nnamdi Kanu will be a panacea to what is happening in the southeast and Nigeria as a whole?
Well, the case of Nnamdi Kanu is just, a case that, if care is not taken, where there will be a proper discussion, is having a big impact on the southeast, whether we like it or not. It's also having, a bad image for Nigeria, because the United Nations have asked him to be released as well, but it seems Nigeria is continue to disobey his own law and the international law, and that is also going to have a big impact if Tinubu wants to bring in investors as well, because they might say that the law is not respected on the ground. An investor wants to be sure that their investment is secure. 4 days ago, Nnamdi Kanu, home to Britain, demands, according to Frederick Foister, Nnamdi Kanu is a British national, but he's been held in Nigeria, and his family says he's now feeling held, denied all medical help, and regularly beaten up as well. But a few days ago, I had never heard of Nnamdi Kanu, and the chances are neither had you. So briefly, he's 55 and was born and raised in Nigeria, especially eastern Nigeria, which was then involved in a civil war with the federal government. The issue then was desire of his Igbo people, the majority in the eastern Nigeria, to separate as a new Republic of Biafra. It was a defeated and reabsorbed, but in adulthood, this has become his life cause, the recreation and the vanish of Biafra. And that is the reason why he's been punished, because the Nigerian government believe, I'm talking about the former president, because Bola Tinubu has not said anything much, because we don't have a new AGF as we speak right now. And that will be the one that would have to answer much question, apart from that the court is saying Nnamdi Kanu has been acquitted out of all the cases against him. But the AGF then, minor, have refused to let him go.
Okay, listeners, that's some information for you there. But we hope that somehow, Tinubu will be, today is what, the 27th, so in a couple of days' time, it will be his first full month in office. Let's see how it all pans out. He seems to be doing something good. Or, what do you think there? Okay, so let's see what is happening. And then once, maybe going into the second month, maybe we will see he come out with a different policies that will resolve everything that is going on. What do you think? Yomi, before we go.
Well, about 95,000 Nigerians among the 2.5 million pilgrimage on the Arafah. We wish them all the best, and we hope that as they are doing the Arafah, they'll be able to bring back as much of what they've learned in that when they come back to the country. But for now, I'll leave you with Archie for the rest of the program. But I'll be back again tomorrow. It is your finest African and Caribbean radio station in London, the Starr Radio UK.
All right, Yummy, have a lovely day. We'll catch up later. All right, then, listeners, that has been Mr. OLAMILEKAN for you. We take a commercial break. We come back and I bring you some lovely tune that I've selected from Stephen Marley, and it says the Babylon system. I hope that this Babylon system will work for us.
You are confused. The love is too much. 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 Gentlemen, let's go. For the island of black, navy blue check. Gentlemen, don't see go. You are confused. The love is too much. 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 Gentlemen, let's go. For the island are black. Navy blue check. Gentlemen. Don't see, bro. I'm getting confused. The love is too much. 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 Gentlemen, let's go. For the island are black. Navy blue check. Gentlemen. Don't see, bro. I'm getting confused. The love is too much. 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 Gentlemen, let's go. For the island are black. Navy blue check.
Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Adéyẹmọ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ̀ sí Sunday Ìgbòho. Ṣàpọ̀gbẹ́tẹ̀ bá jọ ọmọ Ìbàdàn tó bá ń gbé kù wọ́n máa pè ní bàbá Ìbàdàn wọ́n lè máa pè ní àpè ní Ìbàdàn. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yẹn tó bá ń gbé lóde kejì tó bá jọ ọmọ bòmí ó kọ ìlú tó ti wáìn náà máa fi pè níbi tó ń gbé. Èmi náà jẹ́ kan náà tó kópa nínú ogun Mọdákẹ́kẹ́ àti Ifẹ̀. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó bá gbọ́ sórí ogun yẹn tó ń gbọ́ gbogbo pa tí mo kó bẹ̀rù ọkùnrin bẹ̀rẹ̀ ogun bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn nígbà ogun ó sì báyìí ó máa ń jẹ́ kí èrò ọkùnrin ni akíkanjú ọkùnrin ni gbogbo wa wàhálà Ládọjà àtàwọn bàbá dídí gúnbàdàn náà gbogbo àwọn tí wàhálà yẹn sojú wọn fẹ́ ìpìtì Ládọjà wọn fẹ́ yẹ Ládọjà pò wọn fẹ́ gbàjọba lọ wọn fẹ́ yẹ Ládọjà jẹ kankan síbi dẹ̀ dúró ti gbà yẹn gbogbo àwọn tó rí pa tí mo kó láti fi kọ́ mọ́ rí Ládọjà yẹn jẹ́ gbà yẹn sùtẹ́lẹ̀ ló bá rí rẹ̀ ló ń gbé ọkùnrin mẹ́ẹ̀ẹ́dọ́gbọ̀n nìyẹn bí wọ́n ṣe pọ́tà ṣe pọ̀ tó Ọlọ́run ṣẹ́gun wọn fún un. èròǹgbà mi lórí ìgbésẹ̀ àwọn Fúlàní yẹn ni pé ẹnu Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ kò tí wọ́n bá mọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ká bá Fúlàní jà káwọn bàbá wa gbogbo àwọn ọba wa gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa wọ́n ṣáájú kàn pè wá sí mítì kan dẹ̀ fún ara pé tó àwọn ọmọ yìí o kí ròyìn dé sì gbé kí gbogbo ayé rí pé tó àwọn ni wọ́n sọ pé tó ká kojú wọn gbogbo ibi tí yàrá ti fẹ́ jẹ Yorùbá ká fèsì ibẹ̀ Ọlọ́run mọ̀mọ̀ mú wa agbára mélòó wà làwọn Fúlàní wa ní wọn ò tó ń pera wọn wọn fọlọ́gbura fún yín wọn ò tó ń pera wọn Ọlọ́run bá lódùmarè ń bọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá ní nǹkan tí àwa náà ní lọ́dọ̀ àwọn bàbá jogún náà bàbá ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lò ń sìn ká bọ́ta wọ́n sọ wá lóko míì táwọn bàbá bá mọ̀ pé yà ń jẹ àwọn Yorùbá kàn pe gbogbo wa sí mítìn kàn pe Ọọ̀ni kàn pa Láàfin kàn pa àwọn bàbá Àwùjalẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọba yẹn tó bá jókòó kàn wá pè wá kàn invite gbogbo wa wá Ọlọ́run bá lágbára èmi ò tó nǹkan kan àwọn tó tún lágbára jù wá tó pọ̀ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ kàn pe gbogbo wọn jọ so tí ń sìn tó máa pè wọn jọ tó bá mọ̀ pé lè kan ru wa náà ipá náà sì lè ní pátá lè kọ́ pè wá káwájọ jókòó káwo bá ṣe fẹ́ ṣe tí ò ní sí nǹkan kan ẹ̀mí gbọ̀n kankan mọ́ ẹlòmíì bá ń gbọ́ gbòó ni kò kú rí mi rí ẹlòmíì á ní ó lè kọ̀máǹdì mọ́ ó lójú àwọn tí mo ṣe lójú wọn rí ẹlòmíì á ló lè ṣe báyìí ẹlòmíì tí bá ṣèkan lójú ẹ yóò sọ 10 ṣé nǹkan tí mo sọ yìí ẹlòmíì á sì ní ẹnu ni so àwọn tí wàá mọ́ sọ pé nu nìyẹn èmi mọ́ bẹ lọ́run kí nǹkan dẹ̀mí àti wọn pọ̀ wọ́n lè rí pé kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀nà ṣùgbọ́n pé kẹ́nìkan wá lóhun dìde ṣe èmi ìwọ ni mi Sunday Igboho mo wá bọ́ ọ̀tá o àbá nígbà tí wọ́n bá fi dọ̀tún la Buhari ó pàṣẹ láti Àbújá sọ́jà tí ó ka mọ́ta nkìdé yóò ju tó gun Boko Haram tó ń jẹ́ ilẹ̀ Haúsá lọ wọn ò ríra wọn bẹ̀ yẹn tá a bá dẹ́rẹ̀ wò nísìn ẹ̀ rí i pé wọ́n yìí máa lọ́wọ́ gbogbo táwọn ń ṣe ilẹ̀ Haúsá tó ń mú jẹ yẹn tá a bá dẹ́rẹ̀ wò nísìn wọ́n yìí máa lọ́wọ́ torí pé àwọn Yorùbá kan náà ni ó lọ bá wọn lọ́hùn tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ọmọ bí wọ́n ṣe wọ́n ṣe nu pa ẹ̀ làwọn ọmọ ayákìlá làwọn ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n yẹn ta la parí ta ìyá yóò la parí ìbíjà náà la fẹ́ gbé ó tó fi gba sùúrù nìyẹn ó gbọgbọ́n kì í ṣe nǹkan tí yẹn kàn kágbára ọrùn tó kó funpa tó kó lóńdè tó gbé bọ̀kọ́rùn tó lọ́fẹ́ lọ pàdé Fúlàní o bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ wọ́n sọ di nǹkan mímọ́ yẹn lọ́wọ́ àfi kéèyàn jókòó kó lọ́wọ́ àwọn bàbá yẹn táwọn bàbá yẹn ó ṣèwé kán sáyìn fún wa pé àwa la ṣèwé fún yín pé ìyà gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ Yorùbá gbogbo bíkíbi tí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá dé ẹ lọ ṣàbò lórí ẹ̀pọ̀ àwọn ọmọ tẹ bá mọ̀ ń bẹ kẹ́ ṣàbò àwọn ọmọ ń bẹ ńlẹ̀ bàbá mi àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ń bẹ ńlẹ̀ tí wọn ò ní sá rárá àwọn ọmọ tẹ́wọ̀n tán jó àwọn ọmọ tẹ́wọ̀n tán jókòó wọ̀nyí wọ́n yìí sọ wọn ìṣẹ́ran rírọ̀ but ọgbọgbọ́n àlèkè sọ pé ẹ mọ lọ sí Ìkirè bí tí wọ́n ti ń kidnap Yorùbá ẹ mọ lọ Òṣogbo ẹ mọ lọ lọ́rin ẹ mọ lọ sí yóò di nǹkan mímọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ tó bá ti dá wọn lójú pé àwọn làwọn bí wa àwọn sì làwọn bàbá àwọn ni bàbá wa lẹ̀ Yorùbá ń bí wọ́n sì ṣe bàbá burúkú wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ̀dàlẹ̀ bàbá tí fìyà jọmọ káwọn náà bá gbádá rẹ̀ kàn tì wá síwájú bàbá lọ bàbá nílọ káwọn bá gbádá rẹ̀ kàn ní ká nìṣó níbẹ̀ bàbá lọ bàbá nílọ bá wọn gángan ò ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ torí táwọn bàbá kan náà ń bẹ tó ń gbà ń bẹ̀ àwọn oníṣẹ́ jù bá lọ bọ̀ táwọn bá jẹ́ bàbá dáadáa tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi àtúbọ̀tán rí lẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ wọn kò yẹ kí wọ́n gbàbọ̀dẹ̀ fún Yorùbá ó yẹ kí wọ́n pè wá ká bọ́ta ní káwọn dẹ̀ dúró tì wá pé ó yẹ nìṣó níbẹ̀.
ọmọ Ìbàràpá lápapọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àkí ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tìlẹ̀ tó kó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀bá nǹkan mọ́ Adéyẹmọ Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ́ láyà bí àrá orúkọ tó ń dẹ́rù bo lórúkọ gan-an ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o torí pé bùrà a kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà wúrà tó máa dán alànà kọjá dandan o ọ̀wọ́n irin ní má bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀nà ẹ̀dá kan ò lè ṣì wá lọ́nà mọ́ ẹjẹ́ àfìmọ̀ṣọ kan ká lè débi re ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbárùkù ti Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde ọmọ atapẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi ọmọ gèdèlè wodò sànyà ìsànyà ò rẹ́ràn bàbá yín láàrin ìdí omi kò sì náà ń kán sí yín lẹ́nu ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè gbòó ìkan ń ṣe yín ní dábọ̀dàbọ̀ ìkan ní mọ́ rọra ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n ò mọ̀ gbòó mọ̀ rẹ́ kí ló dé gbòó mọ̀ rẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sanran ìgbàgede gbòó sùn wọn láláìsí bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ní kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní gbòó mọ̀ rẹ́ bẹ́sìn bá bímọ méjì ní gbòó àfikàn pọpọ sí amúkan yòókù bọ sànyà àtúmúyà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ́rọ̀ gbọ́ àfiṣẹrù wálé wàrà mòjé ọmọ onílé ọlà àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn ò ní bomi kó sí mu wọ́n láwọn ò ní bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀ ìgbà tójú kò fi rí ńkọ́ gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó sí mu wọ́n sì bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé ti ránṣọ kiri gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Ìgbòho onírèlẹ̀ láéláé torí àbá lásán nìkan ń dá òkúta ò ṣe gbé fún wọn o ìmọ̀ràn lásán ni ti balùwẹ̀ kò pọ́sibú kó dòdò láyé ń bí ó kún díẹ̀ kí tọ́ domi láéláyé ìtọ́ mi lè domi Sunday Ìgbòho arógun má ti dí tó ń jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kó ọmọ Ìbàràpá lápapọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àkí ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tìlẹ̀ tó kó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀bá nǹkan mọ́ Adéyẹmọ Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ́ láyà bí àrá orúkọ tó ń dẹ́rù bo lórúkọ gan-an ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o torí pé bùrà a kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà wúrà tó máa dán alànà kọjá dandan o ọ̀wọ́n irin ní má bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀nà ẹ̀dá kan ò lè ṣì wá lọ́nà mọ́ ẹjẹ́ àfìmọ̀ṣọ kan ká lè débi re ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbárùkù ti Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde ọmọ atapẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi ọmọ gèdèlè wodò sànyà ìsànyà ò rẹ́ràn bàbá yín láàrin ìdí omi kò sì náà ń kán sí yín lẹ́nu ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè gbòó ìkan ń ṣe yín ní dábọ̀dàbọ̀ ìkan ní mọ́ rọra ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n ò mọ̀ gbòó mọ̀ rẹ́ kí ló dé gbòó mọ̀ rẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sanran ìgbàgede gbòó sùn wọn láláìsí bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọn ní kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní gbòó mọ̀ rẹ́ bẹ́sìn bá bímọ méjì ní gbòó àfikàn pọpọ sí amúkan yòókù bọ sànyà àtúmúyà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ́rọ̀ gbọ́ àfiṣẹrù wálé wàrà mòjé ọmọ onílé ọlà àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn ò ní bomi kó sí mu wọ́n láwọn ò ní bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀ ìgbà tójú kò fi rí ńkọ́ gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó sí mu wọ́n sì bomi sànyà wẹ́sẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé ti ránṣọ kiri gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá Sunday Ìgbòho onírèlẹ̀ láéláé torí àbá lásán nìkan ń dá òkúta ò ṣe gbé fún wọn o ìmọ̀ràn lásán ni ti balùwẹ̀ kò pọ́sibú kó dòdò láyé ń bí ó kún díẹ̀ kí tọ́ domi láéláyé ìtọ́ mi lè domi Sunday Ìgbòho arógun má ti dí tó ń jà fẹ́tọ̀ Yorùbá ní tilé tó kó.
Sunday Ìgbòho,
ṣe mọ̀ wọ́n kí mi pípẹ́ ìmúra òde òní ó máa tún yàtọ̀ kí ló dé mo wá ń fèsì àwùyẹ mo wá ń fèsì. ìpè àgbàdá ńlá lóye lọ́gà lọ́gà ẹ̀wù gẹ̀ẹ́gẹ́ lóye 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 ẹ̀yẹ ẹ̀gbẹ́ ńlá ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ́ dáadáa nílé ẹ̀ lọ́gà wà kẹ́lọ́. ẹni fojú di ọ̀ṣà fojú di olórí fojú di ọ̀rọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ́jẹ́ ìlú ọ̀ṣà tí ló ń péjọ ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí àkọ́dá èèyàn káyé ń péjọ àkọ́dá èèyàn káyé ń péjọ bá. Ìgbòho ọ̀sán mi kú mọ́ ètí ẹ̀ka ń já má dáná ogun. Ó kọjá ẹni èèyàn kí tó sàbí ẹni ń pè ní tí ó máa wá mi kàn. Akíkanjú ńlẹ̀ ọkùnrin ogun, ọkùnrin wàwá wówó. Ẹnì kẹ́kẹ́ níye, ó ń bẹ lájò ó tún bẹ nílé àkàndé ọ̀sà tó ń bá fẹ́fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́. Òun nìkan bá ẹlẹ́rù nínú ilé ẹrù jẹjẹ nílẹ̀ kílẹ̀ ní Sunday. Òun ṣàfihàn kí n mú jẹ olóṣìkọ́. Bàbá ẹlẹ́yẹ kan, ìyá ló fi kọ́ fẹ́ ilé jẹ. Ìdá ọjọ́ ti méjì, ó ṣẹ́ni mo torí kò mú kọ́. Ọkọ̀ dáhùn, bàbá ọ̀ṣẹ́ má dára ẹlẹ́ṣà ẹ̀rù mi. Ó ti rá ẹni fojú di. Ọ̀ṣọ́ àbọ̀ nílé ẹ̀kọ́. Ó kì í fojú di. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday ìgbòho. Ìgbà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọjọ́ mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí. Àkọ́dá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ. Àkọ́dá èèyàn táyé ń péjọ bá. Ọmọ Adéyẹmọ, alábìsà bọ́dà ayé tilẹ̀ ìlú bírí, ó kúrò ní mọ́lẹ̀ lódì dúdú. Ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta Ìgbòho, ó yájú ní òye tó tó dáyé. Òṣà àbẹ̀wò tí ayé ti ti ìyá kan dá. Kìnìún bàbá pẹ̀lú ajá rẹ̀ ò tó kojú. Òṣà tí ó ṣe é pínpín láàdìsá, ẹni wádìí ẹ̀ wádìí ayé. Obìnrin tó kú ọ̀rọ̀ wá yọjú, ṣé ní kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fìkú ṣeré yóò fìkú ṣe fà kó wá gbé. Gbogbo kúrú ìjàmbá àpàgbé ló ṣe tó bá ti kú èrò Sunday ìgbé. Ọmọ ní má jẹ́ ìgbéjẹ́ra, ọ̀ṣà má jẹ́ ìgbéjẹ́ra, alábìsà má jẹ́ ìgbéjẹ́ra, àbí ẹ̀yàn káyé ń pè mọ́. Ìhìn ẹni fojú di. Ọ̀ṣà fojú di kú. Omi ìfojú di. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday ìgbòho. Ọ̀ṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí. Àkọ́dá èèyàn káyé ń péjọ. Àkọ́dá èèyàn káyé ń péjọ bá. Ọmọdé kú yìí ó kò kojú ẹ̀yìn. Ọjọ́ kan lójú wẹ́rẹ́ máa ń pa ní ọ̀rọ̀ Sunday kọ́ o. Òròmọdìyẹ tó bá fojú di àṣà Sunday kò ní kọlàgbà kú kékeré. Ojúkójú ò ṣe fi ìwọ̀ ògbówó, ojú kan bá dẹ̀ wò fọ́ ló máa fọ́. Mára burú lọ́kàn sí Sunday, ẹ̀mí tó lóru ẹ̀ àgbọ̀jọ́ òkú. Àpáta ńlá ni kò ṣe dárí sọ, bó ní kan bá gboyà tó forí sọ ọ́. Fífọ́ lórí ọ̀hún máa fọyán ká. Sunday ló ń ṣọ́, Adélé ní ká sọ pé òun pèlè. Ewu ńlá ní Sunday fọlá burú, tó bá ti ń gbọ̀ngàn yá bẹ̀rẹ̀. Orí ẹni fojú di. Ọ̀ṣà àfọ̀dé lè tó. Omi lè fojú di. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa ń bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday ìgbòho. Òṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí. Àkọ́dá èèyàn káyé ń péjọ. Àkọ́dá èèyàn káyé ń péjọ bá. Òkè oríkì Sunday ó wá ń bínú. Ó ń ṣàkópa jùlọ ló ń bínú sí. Sọ́kọ́lá tó ṣe ẹ̀dá Sunday tó ṣe é lẹ́sà nínú ayé pátá. Ewé tó ń jẹ́ tó ṣe ń já sóògùn o. Aláwọ̀ tí ó jàjà ẹni kò yọjú. Ẹni mèwé mo kò èyí tó ń jẹ́. Ájúbà mórí ìṣàkóso ó lè jẹ́. Kò ṣeé ṣàfihàn oògùn kò ṣeé pèrí. Iná ní Sunday kò ṣeé bímú. Mo fẹ́ bí abẹ́kùn ó máa gbóná. Má jẹ́ kó kọjú ẹ̀ ewu ní. Òòṣà tí o fi ń bá wọn kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò bá lójijì rí. Akíní kò tú wá sílẹ̀ ìdúdúdú. Ogun kì í bá alábò láàpọ̀ni o, láàpọ̀ni o. Ogun kì í bá alábò láàpọ̀ni. Sunday bọ́ọ̀lù ṣàkóso ọmọdé pẹ̀lú kọ́mọ́ra. Ìgbà tó bá tó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ ló máa jẹ́ Sunday. Lórí ẹni fojú di. Ọ̀ṣà àfọ̀dé lè kú. Omi lè fojú di. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Sunday ìgbòho. Òṣà tí ló ń péjọ. Ọ̀ṣà mẹ́rin tí ló ń péjọ sí.
Again. No going back. Ìgbòho òòṣà iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ń tẹ̀síwájú. Mr. Koiki ẹ ṣé o, àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń kí yín o. Àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń kí yín o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, a máa délẹ̀ lérí o lórúkọ Jésù. Yorùbá nation.
Impediment to Yoruba development. It's the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
And a very good afternoon and welcome to our Tuesday catch-up. I'll say good afternoon. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ṣé dáadáa ni mo tún padà bá yín, dáadáa náà la máa bára wa. A kó palẹ̀mọ́ ọdún lọ́la fún gbogbo àwa tí à ń prepare fún ọdún lọ́la, ọdún àyàbọ̀ fún gbogbo wa. A kúkú máa bá wa láyé lálàáfíà ní ti ara, ní ti tẹ̀mí, àní bọ́dún lọ. Mo wá kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà ní Àràfá, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ẹ sọ̀kalẹ̀ láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà. Mo kí yín, mo kí ọmọ Bọ́lájí Abdullahi, DG75, mo kí yín dáadáa, mo kí ìyàwó mi náà, mo kí dáadáa, torí pé àwọn ni gbálẹ́yìn mi. Olúwọyìn Ibrahim, mo kí yín, mo kí ẹ̀yin ti Dubai, Sonky, I beg if you dey kill ram, indicate to make a come chop, ẹ̀yà ẹran ọdún, gbogbo àdúgbò àti máa lọ, wá ti máa kẹran ìgbìgì, ẹran mi máa ti dákẹ́ báyìí nísìnyí. Bàbá wa Ṣítù ọmọ mi, mo máa kí yín, mo kí ẹ̀yin ti Paris, mo kí ẹ̀yin ti ìyá mi Grandma Elisha, mo kí yín, mo kí gbogbo àwọn olólùfẹ́ tí wọ́n ń fẹ́ òmìnira. Ètò tí à ń gbé wá, ètò òmìnira ni, àníkàn míì tá a fẹ́ sọ ju pé Nàìjíríà ẹja gbàgbé ẹ̀, bí a bá tún tán ayé wá, a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe mistake irú tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo júbẹ̀ yìí tí ẹ wà lórí MixLR, mo kí gbogbo wa lọ́tún lósì, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà. Àkọ́kọ́ kí bàbá dáadáa, bàbá alálùbáríkà, ìyẹn Emeritus Professor Banji Akintoye, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin prophet, oracle ni bàbá yẹn. Àwọn bàbá tó ń wo future pé bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ yìí, tá a bá filẹ̀ tó bá pẹ́ jù báyìí lọ, kò likely pé àwa máa ṣoríire nínú ẹ̀. Adẹ̀kúkú dẹ̀ fi ṣoríire. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, mo kí bàbá wa Chief Banji Ayilóge, àwọn ni deputy chairman fún YSDM. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ mọ̀ pé a ní organization tó ń darí Yorùbá nation. Wọ́n kàn rò pé torí mídíà nìkan lẹ̀ ń gbọ́hùn ẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá kúkú lọ sórí platform tiwọn náà, ní gbogbo ìgbà ni ìyá wa máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, ìyẹn my beautiful sister, tí màá sọ ibi tí ẹ ti lè gbọ́ wọn, ìyẹn àwọn YSDM. Mo kí Káyọ̀dé Ẹ̀mọ̀lá, mo á kí gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ bíi ẹ bá lọ sórí YSDM Global TV, níbẹ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́ oríṣiríṣi nǹkan sọ, which I might just snip a little bit from ara tó máa ń discuss lórí platform yẹn. Ẹ lọ síbẹ̀ kẹ́ make sure pé ẹ bọ̀wọ̀ lù. Ẹ fi gbogbo àwọn blogger tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation, àwọn ń sọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation ju pé ibi tí problem bá wà náà ẹ̀ lọ fẹ́ discuss. But ẹ bá fẹ́ gbọ́ bí nǹkan ṣe ń tò, bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ, ẹ lọ sórí YSDM, àwọn nìyẹn, ẹ follow wọn. Ẹ yé follow àwọn tí Pilado kìíní kan, ẹ má jẹ́ kí time yín kó wà consume from the reality because distraction ló fẹ́ kó sáàárín wa. Mo kí grandma méjèèjì nílùú Amẹ́ríkà lókè náà bí ṣe ń kí grandma kan wá tún máa bá mi kí grandma nínú ilé ìyẹn ìyá mi Fọláṣadé Òjó. Mo kí ìyàwó Tómilọ́lá. Ìwà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀wà bó wà pẹ̀lú mi bó sì pẹ̀lú mi orúkọ yẹn á máa dá mi lọ́rùn. Mo kí my beautiful aunty. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Yèyége Àbíbá mo kí ẹ ní Baghdad. Ẹ̀yin tí Oman Adéníyì Adéjúbrì mo kí yín. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Àlímọ̀ṣọ́ local government. Kwara ni mo sì fi dúró lé lórí ẹ̀mí bínú ni ọ̀sẹ̀ pákó tá a máa fi ṣiṣẹ́ Kwara òun ni mo ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mo wá kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí Instagram. Bishop Adesina mo kí yín. Abiola Òkìkíọlá. Majet for care bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ń wá cleaning services. Kò ń ṣe pé wọ́n ń sanwó owó ìpolongo but mo ti ní tó bá ṣe àṣìṣe ní UK lẹ́yìn ká sùn wọn ni but wọ́n ní no kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ fọ́dọ̀ tí wọ́n so mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ brother wa. Iṣẹ́ cleaning is a big job tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn lásán ni Kwara bá ní àwa la máa supply yín láti èmi náà ti gbọ́ Yorùbá díẹ̀ o 16 òun ni gbogbo local government tó ń bẹ ní Kwara orí Kwara náà mo sì dúró lé lórí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Kwara ọ̀dọ̀ yín ni mo ṣì wà ní títí dé ọ̀sẹ̀ tó bá di next week a bọ́ sórí Kogi state a máa sọ nípa gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀kẹ́ gbọ́ nípa Kogi but for now I am still dealing with Kwara state. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń bẹ ní Malaysia, Indonesia. We are scattered all over the world. That is who we are. Mo lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí Chief Man, mo kí bàbá wa Gẹ́gẹ́ Ojú, mo kí Yonkan, mo wá kí Global Directorate Ìbà Gani Adams. Lóògùn ọ̀fẹ́ o, lóògùn ọ̀fẹ́ wàláì. Mo love bàbá yẹn dáadáa. Ìbà fún rẹ̀. Àní Kóìkì ó dẹ̀ ní o máa wá òpè ní mo ní mo wà lẹ́nà bàbá. Ìgbà tí Ìgbòho wá sọ́dọ̀ yín mo kàn sí nítòsí nígbà yẹn ni ìyẹn lè ṣe tún lè ríra but I met him before Ìgbòho in London prior before kàtẹ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation kọ́lọ́ba Fọ̀rúnkẹ́ Dàpọ̀ Williams my very very big uncle àwọn ló jẹ́ kí n mọ Ondo State nílùú Àkókó màmá kí ìyá wa Ológunjà Comfort àwọn Ondo nìyẹn lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọmọ lúkà mo kí Obíje mo kí àlùkà náà mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn balẹ̀ Yorùbá gbogbo yín pátá láìyọ ẹnìkankan sílẹ̀ wàhálà tá à ń ṣe yìí lótìtọ́ wàhálà ni àwọn kan máa ní kí ni èrè wa gan níbẹ̀ èyí tẹ̀mí ń gbádùn ní UK àwọn kan ló ṣe wàhálà ẹ̀ bíyàn kan bá ṣe wàhálà ẹ̀ àwọn kan ò ní jèrè ẹ̀ àwa dẹ̀ fi jẹ́ kí a ṣe wàhálà yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe ẹ má wọrí wàhálà ni ẹ fi má wọrí ẹ jẹ́ ká wá ṣe wàhálà yẹn a máa jèrè ẹ̀ àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn mo kí gbogbo yín pátápátá lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ bá mi kí Majet for care ẹ bá ń wá cleaning services ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ party summer time ó yẹ pé mi ò lè lọ party ni lọ party kan nísìn èmi tí mo wà very special sáwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ọjọ́ kò party kí ni mo wá káàkiri wàhálà ìgbà tí mo fi tó wọnú show mo ti jẹjọ fried rice ìyàwó mi sè mo ti lọ sọ́gọ̀ báyìí lọ party kan lọ máa mú yàn mi jẹ party kankan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ irọ́ o don't trust anybody oúnjẹ tí ìyàwó mi sè nínú ilé nìkan ni mo mọ̀ jẹ lọ party kan ni mo wá káàkiri nah man lọ party kan mo kí n jàre mú mi wá Pastor Mo mo á kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá tẹ̀ ń bẹ nínú ilé àti engage yín bàjẹ́ àti engage gbogbo yín pátápátá àtẹ̀jẹ̀kẹ́ rí nǹkan míì ṣe ẹ bá ti jí báyìí Yorùbá Nation ni ẹ bá ti sùn báyìí Yorùbá Nation ni kí la máa ṣe sí báyìí aago 12:00 ló jẹ́ lù a ṣe fẹ́ wọ ní agbami ètò ni mo kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ gbé wa wá through Zoom wọn lókè akọ́ọ̀ṣí phone line lórí Kwara State kí ló dé tí kò ṣiṣẹ́ mo mà kí mọ́mì wa àǹtí mi David mo kàn wo orúkọ ni lórí mọ́mì wa kan náà grandma Èkó làwọn wà mo fi dárúkọ wọn tán délẹ̀ ní Kóìkì ìwọ nìkan náà mo kúkú lè béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nítorí bá dẹ̀ ti sọ fún mi ni mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà ní Paris ní Dubai mo kí gbogbo àwọn àfáà Yorùbá ni ní Yorùbá nìran ní Àtìbà oríṣiríṣi group ló wà mo kí mọ́mì wa Janet Fáṣákí ẹ kú ìdílé mú fún Ìgbòho Day oríṣiríṣi mo kí bàbá wa Ọ̀sẹ́ni mo wá kí gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá one voice okay you can I have contacted you by okay mo sọ yẹn later ìkọlù bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú àfihàn máa gbé nígbà tó lọ ẹ ṣe BT èmi nìkan náà ni program ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹrin tá à ń ṣe lọ ni and it is never ending mo ti tètè sùn lánàá, so I have enough strength to run the show. Tí bá dẹ̀ ṣe tán, ìtọ́ fi ń pè ní freelance nìyẹn. The first program tá a ṣe láàárọ̀ it was 4 o'clock láàárọ̀. Nígbà tí òun sùn, èmi ti jáde. Mo tún ṣe kan, mo ti ṣe Star Radio, ẹlẹ́nkẹrin lélẹ̀. Tá a bá tún ní strength, á padà wá lálẹ́. Tá a bá ní strength, ó tún dijọ́ kejì. Láàrin lámìnà mo kí yín. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ̀ gbọ́ kí ni wọ́n máa ń sọ lórí YSDM. Ẹ jẹ́ a kàn máa fast forward ẹ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀, àní gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀. Ká kàn gbọ́ díẹ̀.
Ọlọ́run ò ní pé àbúrò kárí wa. Ọlọ́run àbúrò àbáwá sí.
That's my beautiful auntie.
Nítorí náà ẹ bá wa pé àwọn ará ilé.
Ẹ máa fast forward ẹ̀ ní ká kàn gbọ́ díẹ̀.
Ẹ mọ̀ ṣe Nàìjíríà ká náà mọ̀ ṣe Yorùbá nation ni. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ mọ̀ sí wa gbọ́ àwọn òsínú alákatakítí táwọn tó ń gbé nǹkan jáde tán máa ní Yorùbá nation tiwa kọ́ yẹn o so àwọn àfárá tùrútù kankan.
Ìyálóde lẹni tí ẹ ń rí ojú wọn tó fà yẹn àwọn náà ń pè ní ìyálóde. Ẹni tó báyìí tí follow YSDM lórí YouTube ẹ wá lọ ń follow Pilado Mama Jẹ́sọ̀jẹ̀. Nígbà tí àwọn ilé wà ọkọ ya Fọláyan mo kí ẹ dáadáa, mo kẹrin ti Àjà, mo kí ìyá Ìgbòho, mo kí mọ́mì wọn náà, mo wá tún wá kí màmá kan náà ìyá Ìgbòho làwọn náà Àjà bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ ti Lagos Island. Maziz mo kí ẹ bó sí lórí ètò mo kí ẹ mẹ́mi wá pẹ̀lú ẹ, mo kí Wàlátà ìmọ̀ àti Wàlátà sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa lánàá. Olórí ẹbí wa nìyẹn.
Pé ìsà ṣe nǹkan kan tó jọmọ́ yẹn ní àti gbàjọba kẹ́mọ́ rí changes nígbà bá ní àti gbàjọba àti overtake àti occupy
àti overthrow.
Àwa kọ́ yẹn o, tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ yẹn àwa kọ́ yẹn o. Adé lè sọ fún ẹ lè ní aṣọ Yorùbá ní ìṣáájọ wà ń bẹ̀ ni àtọ́ pé tán ti dá nǹkan rú tó máa fẹ́ sọ pé afẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀ máa wà.
Wọ́n ní mo kí Yakogi ìyàwó mi, ìgbà wọn ni Yakogi ti di ìyàwó mi báyìí, wàhálà wa ti dé báyìí. Láwọn yẹ kí ìyàwó mi gbọ́. Yakogi attention. Left right, Yakogi kan ti lọ sample báyìí. Ìyá dáadáa ni ìyá yẹn. Wọ́n kọ́ convince ìyá yẹn ni. Ìyá yẹn mọ bó ṣe ń lọ. Pé ìyá yẹn ò travel. Àwọn ta travel láti sọ fún ìyá yẹn pé ẹ ṣe sùúrù, ìyá yẹn ò dá wa lóhùn. Gbogbo wọn fẹ́ tó understand, ó kù díẹ̀ ni.
Àwọn ò fẹ́ kán ta ẹ̀rọ ẹ̀ mọ́ wa o. À ń ṣe ara wọn o, tí wá yàtọ̀. Ìrọ̀rùn làwa fẹ́ fún àtọ́rá ní ìrọ̀rùn igi ní ìrọ̀rùn ẹyẹ. Tíjọba bá rọ̀ wá lọ́rùn ìjọba gbogbogbò, ó máa rọ̀ gbogbo alọ́rùn náà ní so àwo ò sí pé kíjọba kó má rí ṣe. À ń gbàdúrà kó rí ìjọba ṣe. Kò káwa náà kárọ́ náà lọ.
Mo láìkí kan tí bàbá yìí sọ, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àzín pé torí pé Tinubu ti wà níbẹ̀, a gbọ́dọ̀ bàjà. A gbọ́dọ̀ criticize it. No. But a máa checkmate even as a government because Nigeria ò tí break for as long as Sakoiki Pilado guy is trying is giving their mama woto man ṣàwọn kan okay, that's okay, all right, that's fine. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, thank you so much Sake àwọn orúkọ ńláńlá nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run bá wọn pọ̀lú. Mo á kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin barbers wa, ẹ̀yẹ́ dresser tẹ́ ń bẹ ní England, ní Manchester, ní Scotland, ní Wales. Ta ló máa sponsor mi lọ sí Wales now? Ẹ mọ̀lá gbólóhà Káyọ̀dé. Ẹ sanwó train ticket fún mi kí n ṣeré wá sí Wales now. Olùyẹ̀kọ́ jókòó sínú London. Wọ́n rìn gàdẹ̀ ti sú mi wọn sẹ̀. Olùyẹ̀tẹ̀ ṣeré lọ sí outside London. Ẹ ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì fún mi, return ni o. Ẹ dẹ̀ fi mí sí hotel fún 2 days. Màá kọ́ káàkiri gbogbo Wales. Ó ti tó jọ́ mẹ́ta tí mo ti lọ sí Wales. Ìyàn ní visa láti lọ nà àárín UK náà ni. Màá kọ́ bọ́ sórí train ni. Ìbá tẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe gan mo lè wọ bus ìkíní kàn mí. Kò síbẹ̀ kan tó jìn fẹ́ mi. À lọ sí Cardiff, ẹ ṣeré lọ síbẹ̀. Mo kẹ́hìn ti Ireland. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ̀sùn pé torí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu èmi ò pè ní bàbá wa o, èmi kò ṣe bàbá mi. Mo ń bá fún àwọn kan máa ń ní bàbá wa. Wọ́n bàbá mi o. Èmi mo mọ bàbá tó bí mi. He's just a president. Ọmọ Yorùbá dẹ̀ ni. Kò ṣe bàbá mi. So ó tó bí mi lọ́mọ bọ̀ kò ṣe bàbá mi. Olúkálùkù ló mọ bàbá ẹ̀. Ṣèyí Tinubu ó mọ bàbá ẹ̀. Èmi náà mọ bàbá mi. Big boy Ṣèyí Tinubu gbogbo Àbújá dáràn. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọge dáràn. Ìyàwó ẹ̀gàn nílé control ẹ̀ mọ́. Aláì. Torí pé monopoly ló ń play ní Lagos State pẹ̀lú advertisement tó ń ṣe. So báwo ni ìyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe fẹ́ control ẹ̀? Big boy
jayé orí ẹ̀ jàre ọmọ presido bí ọmọ Obama náà ṣe ń jayé ẹ̀ nìyẹn ẹ̀ sí wọn lójú. Mo rí bọ̀bọ̀ kan tó lọ ń lẹ̀dí mọ́ kí lórúkọ bèbí yẹn nínú pátí lórí Instagram lánàá kọ́ mo ti rà borí Twitter èyí tó ń bá wọn sáré káàkiri kí lórúkọ ẹran mi lójú orúkọ ẹ̀ Eniola Badmus ní bọ̀bọ̀ kan bá lọ ń lẹ̀dí mọ́ ṣá wọ́n di try lẹ̀dí mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ pátí gbogbo ẹ̀ tight ni ọ̀wẹ́ ló bá tẹ bá rójú tó fi gbogbo ọ̀wẹ́ pé kí ló dé tó ń lẹ̀dí mọ́ mi báyìí nínú designer tó wọ̀ tí gbogbo ẹ̀ dúró dẹ́ndẹ́ lẹ́yìn. Nàìjíríà olówó máa jayé kú lọ́hùn ni ẹ̀yin tálákà ń sọ́rí gan ìyá jẹ́ ṣé gèsì ní lára àdẹ̀ condone crime ní bíbá bó ṣe fẹ́ rówó ni kò tí ì yé ní báyìí torí wàá kọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ ò ní rí result kò ń ṣèwọ economy ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́wà ń Kwara ni mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ pẹ̀lú ìpínlẹ̀ Yorùbá. So as many people kò mọ̀ pé mẹ́rìndínlógún tó ń bẹ ní Kwara state ìyẹn local government yìí kò ń ṣe fault yìí it's just that the system has failed. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ní máa tún sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí mo kàn fi já díẹ̀ sí lọ́dọ̀ àwọn YSDM bíbá ẹni.
Ẹ ṣe gan ẹ̀yin ará ilé ẹ má bínú Yorùbá mi lè má plan dáadáa o bọ̀ bí mo ṣe lè sọ ni mo ti sọ yẹn kẹ́jọ ẹgbà mi bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kingsley mo kẹ́ ẹ
ìyá mi gan sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa jẹ mí lọ ẹ má bínú.
Ìyálóde gbọ́dọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ìyálóde ní gbọ́ Yorùbá wàhálà dé nìyẹn. Kingsley mo kẹ́ ẹ mo kí ẹ̀yin Biafra náà lọ́tún lọ́sì.
Ẹ ṣe.
Daddy,
Yes ma.
ẹ fẹ́ kó mi síta bí ọmọ ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ. Ẹni Yorùbá mi jáde sí lọ. Wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ George Misty. Wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yọ pen and paper. Dájú wá sí Amẹ́ríkà, wọ́n wà New York, ìtẹ̀ lórúkọ wọn náà. Wọ́n ní Yorùbá mi, wọ́n ní àmúlùmálà ní Yorùbá.
Ó máa ń kọlura wọn ni. Ojoojúmọ́ ni ìyàwó mi máa ń correct mi tí bá parí program. A ní àwọn Yorùbá kan tó máa ń sọ ẹ kò lọ bó yẹ kó lọ kí ni fi ṣe sí after 25 years nílùú òyìnbó mo jẹ̀ sí ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí.
Olùbàdàn yẹn ó ṣàṣìṣàn ju rárá lọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Of course.
Ó sì sọjá ọkàn lọ.
Àbí bó ṣe rí mi ẹ̀.
Àmàwà Mojísọ́lá Johnson ẹ ṣe mà ẹ ṣe ẹ kú.
Èmi náà kí yín o Mama Johnson.
Kí in fact tí wọ́n wà lára nǹkan tí mo ṣe ní kò bá rẹ̀ mí lẹ́yìn mo máa bọ́ tàwa a máa sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn ní pé ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ọ̀rọ̀ publicity yìí ó rí ní ìmúmúláyà àwọn tó yẹ kó wọ́n rí nífẹ̀ẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ máa lọ létòlétò káwọn èèyàn.
Dáhùn èèyàn fẹ́ ni pé ká má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ká dákẹ́ tàbá ti ń sọ Yorùbá nation ká má sọ Yorùbá nation mọ́ torí pé Bọ́lá Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ alàgbà kan náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí program bá ṣe ní 4 o'clock lóru ní àárọ̀ ìnídàjí ó ní ṣebí Tinubu ti débẹ̀ pé kí ló tún wá kù mo nínú èyí tá à ń fẹ́ ó yàtọ̀ sí tí Tinubu fẹ́ we want 2 different things completely.
Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ ní náà ṣe.
Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí o fi bẹ́ẹ̀ àdá Ọlọ́run àgbà fún wa.
Màmá fast forward ẹni sọ ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wo fún kínní ẹ̀ lọ sọ́rọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ lọ́hùn.
Gbogbo yín ẹ dìde lọ́tún lọ́sì ẹ tọwọ́ bá kù ẹ yọ owó jáde ẹ fún wa fún bàbá láti fi help pé òkè intellectual property wọn tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ tí wọ́n gbé ìwé ìkalẹ̀ lórí path to the success of Yorùbá land the Yorùbá nation the good news.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kankan àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá at the beginning everybody was okay wọ́n ní understanding pé yes ìrìn àjò kan wà tí kò ní sówó irọ́ lè pa but nígbà tó di pé àmúlùmọ́là àwọn onírọ́ dé tán ní àwa kan la tí wọ́n ń parọ́ then ó wá di pé àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ máa question owó wo la tún need ìgbà wo now mo fẹ́ mú yín padà lọ sí iṣẹ́ wọn fáwọn junior doctors ní UK wọ́n tún sọ pé àwọn lọ fún strike wọ́n máa lọ fún protest rather not strike well yeah it's the same thing anyway protest in UK ní July for 7 good days 7 good days lọ fún another round of orí Twitter tẹ̀lé ìbálò máa rí kíní Twitter kíní o let's close this màá sọ̀rọ̀ tàwọn tó Scottish náà so when people are like ẹ má dáwó mọ́ owó wo ló ń dá kí ló fowó ṣe bla 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 blow 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 is because báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣe campaign and awareness whether jáde sí títì jáde sí títì how are you going to solve junior doctors okay mo fi doctors sí ìyẹn ni kò ṣe gbé jáde junior doctors. Again, your UK yẹn kúrò, junior doctors. Come on, follow wọn lórí Twitter. Àwọn dànù para. The junior doctor strike has been giving a very negative message to the IMG doctors. Kò sí nǹkan tí yàn bá ṣe, àwọn kan máa ní kò sí nǹkan tó wà tó sí negativity. Junior doctors, BBC lélẹ̀. Junior doctors to hold the longest strike yet in July, in a month àfi mú yìí, according to the BBC. Ẹ rántí pé mi náà lọ bá wọn ní, luckily mo wà pẹ̀lú wọn ní 2 weeks ago ní Central London. The junior doctors in England have announced a 5-day walkout in July, the longest yet over pay. The strike will take place from 7 a.m. on Thursday, 13th of July, up to 7 a.m. on Tuesday, 18th of July. The British Medical Association Union, which represent doctors, said a government offer of a 5% rise was not credible. But in mo fẹ́ mú bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé, ṣé mọ̀ pé if we are saying that they had a lot of souvenir that was also distributed on that fateful day. Kódà lára àwọn tó fún mi gan, ó ṣì wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Níbo lẹ fi pé wọ́n ti rí owó tó fi ṣe gbogbo ẹ fi pé gbogbo kìíní tó kó dání àwọn placard ṣe fi pọ̀ fẹ́ ni. Gbogbo kìíní tẹ̀ ń rí, it cost a lot of money to produce. Gbogbo kìíní tẹ̀ ń rí tó kó dání, it cost a lot of money to produce. So the question is, táwọn kan bá wá ní gbogbo kìíní tẹ̀ ń rí tó kó dání, gbogbo kìíní, wọ́n máa lọ sanwó fún ni. Ó láwọn iṣẹ́ kan làwọn yẹn máa ń ṣe ṣiṣẹ́. Ẹ máa fún wọn ní design, wàá bá yín produce ẹ̀. Ẹ dẹ́ rí pé when they came out, you know, àwọn lélẹ̀ ní sẹ́ńtẹ́ká o fídíò yìí. Ìlú tó lẹ́fọ̀n tó lẹ́kànnà lélẹ̀, people are still coming out and demanding their rights. Táwa ń fẹ́ nǹkan tó ju ìtàwọn ilé ìfẹ́ lọ, because ìtàwọn ilé ìfẹ́ nísìn extra ni wọ́n fẹ́, àwọn ò tẹ̀ ní kankan. Because when you look at the whole local government, mẹ́rìndínlógún, tí ní access sí ìtàwọn eléyìí ní as we speak right now, ìyẹn ìtẹ́ ń bẹ ní Kwara State, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ìtí mo tẹ̀ ń lo tàwọn ilé ìṣèlú mi náà ní tèmi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ lo tọ̀dọ̀ tèmi náà, èmi náà pọ̀, kémi lọ lo ti ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. I think I had a 6-minute video. Okay, ó dà ń pé orí kíní mo ló wà, orí KOKIMedia TV tí mo sọ yẹn ló wà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ síbẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá ti follow wa níbẹ̀, ẹ lọ follow. Òun lélẹ̀, ó wà straightforward, ó wà easy láti rí KOKIMedia at KOKIMedia TV. Mo kí Ọlákúnlé káàbọ̀ sórí ètò, Mr. Tiamiu, and the rest of those that have joined us on Instagram so far. So tell bá ti join wa lórí ẹ̀. This is me there. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ fídíò yìí. Ó yà ń pé mo like eléyìí. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ wo eléyìí. No, eléyìí yàtọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo eléyìí.
Like this. Got that Dr. Adam K feeling, which they didn't ask me for, but whatever.
So táwọn kan bá wá ní. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n mute ẹ̀ kí n máa sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí kákan máa wòran ní at least 6 minutes. Now ẹ lọ support YSDM, ẹ ṣe direct debit síbẹ̀, ẹ máa fún ọ lówó. It is the only central account. But irọ́ because ẹ wo truck tó gbà yín nísìn is a 40 foot. Ṣé ẹ fi pé wọ́n ní náwó pẹ̀lú gbogbo kìíní? Let me see how much it is to rent a 40-foot container truck. How much to rent a 40-foot container truck? Because in táwọn kan fi ṣe business ni, no container gangan, èyí tó jẹ́ truck, drivable. How much is the 40-foot drivable container truck? How much to rent a 40-foot drive container private? Kò ṣe container ni mo wá, so mo really get orúkọ tó ń pè, but whatever it is, only God knows how much they pay. But ẹ wo nísìn 40 foot lélẹ̀ níbẹ̀ ni gbogbo station tó ń lò wà. Wọ́n ti gba permit. Ṣé mọ̀ pé we could have done the same thing as well nígbà tá à ń ṣe gbogbo rally wa. Ìyẹn ní UK ni mò ń sọ o. Wọ́n ní náà nídòwó. But ẹ wo presentation àwọn eléyìí nísìn. Ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo rally táwa náà ṣe tó bá yẹ pé a ní truck báyìí ni a park ẹ̀ síbẹ̀ yẹn. Ibẹ̀ la máa wá darí sí lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a bá ṣe tán ta lọ́lọ́lọ́lọ́ àdarí síbẹ̀. Àwa wà níbẹ̀ bóyá for 3 hours. A pariwo a ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló máa rí wa níbẹ̀. But àwọ̀ ò ń fẹ́ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn nítorí pé àwọn ọ̀kan nǹkan tí kò tó máa make nǹkan tó move forward àwọn ò fẹ́ yẹn. Let's go back again and watch this.
Of doctors in this country and our own government.
Bó wá ṣe ń wo kínní, ìwọ tó wà ní Kwara máa béèrè pé ìjọ ní dókítà tó ń tọ́jú ẹ ní gbogbo 16 local government tó ń bẹ ní Kwara state. Maybe we should first go and look at that and see if we can find anything. Let's close some of these so that we don't have too many browser. Àṣìbọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ my beautiful sister Ìyálóde. Okay, àwọn ilé tí mo ṣe ń download ni eléyìí ò lọ kí ló dé tí kò lọ. Màá wá bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkankan. Kwara state doctors ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí Kwara state. Ká kọ̀ lọ wo báwo ni doctor ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́hùn. Doctors. Over 170 doctors left Kwara services in 3 months. Ìyẹn ní December last year. Over 170 doctors wọ́n kúrò ní Kwara state. Ṣé yẹ kí doctor máa kúrò àbó yẹ kó máa pọ̀ sí? Máa bí rẹ̀. Kwara la fi ń ṣe analysis wa. Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara state has lamented that not fewer than 170 medical professionals left the state civil service in the last 3 months for greener pastures. Tabani greener pastures, kí ló mean? Meaning, greener pasture, and to travel to fi lọ wá a new or better, according to the Macmillan Dictionary. A greener pasture definition stands for a new or better or more interesting place, job. Kí ló dé tí èèyàn máa kúrò ní Kwara tó máa wá sí UK? Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo junior doctors. Èló gangan ló ń gbà? Junior doctors pay UK an average. We explain what junior doctors earn. An average salary is about £50,000 per year. Owó yẹn kì mí díẹ̀. Ṣòtìrí reason tí ẹni tó wà ní Kwara máa sá lọ wá sí UK nítorí pé ó ní better prospect. What is the starting rate or the starting pay for a junior doctor? Òun ló ń wò níwájú mi. Wọ́n ní oríṣiríṣi scale STR. What is the starting pay for a junior doctor? Okay, 40-foot AGV. Okay, 40-foot AGV. Thank you so much, my brother Kingsley. Price. Okay. Orí ẹ̀ pé jàre. Jẹ́ n fi UK sí kó lè mọ̀ pé UK ni mo ti ní dẹ̀. How much do haulage company charge per mile? £1.50 per mile. So, tó bá yẹ pé mo fẹ́ rent mọ́tò yẹn. How much do trucks charge per mile? £1.50. So, àwa multiply it. Articulated lorry hire, self-drive. Okay, àwọn ilé ṣe something like that. So, àwọn ilé máa bèrè question ẹ̀sìn, but I like idea. So, daily from about orí ẹ̀ lásán lélẹ̀. Daily hire price from £130. Weekly rental 650. Kò dẹ̀ tí sí bọ́dì lẹ́yìn. So whatever it is, those GP were able to pay for it. They were able to pay for it, and we hope àwọn èèyàn wa náà máa understand pé what I'm just trying to bring out there that it's not free, okay? But we saw how beautiful it looks like. Hey, imagine that number fẹ́ ṣe massive protest ní London, ká rent bíbá, ká gbé speaker jáde ní aláriwo, but tá bá ní a máa need the £3,000 láti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Àwọn kan máa bèrè pé kí lẹ fẹ́ fi £3,000 ṣe? Ẹ wá fún wa ní breakdown, ẹ wá ṣe this, ẹ wá ṣe that. Even though some of them never came out throughout the whole protest. Let's come back here. So, at any understanding, a London allowance, a junior doctor is earning 45,894. Naira, which is almost all. I mean, tó bá yẹ pé Nàìjíríà jẹ́ ìlú tó ń ṣiṣẹ́, mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ. This will also be something similar. So £45,000, but as at now, owó is 995. So that's about 45 million naira a year. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi. So ṣo lè rí reason tí doctor ṣe máa sá kúrò ní Kwara State, because èlò lẹ́ ń sọ fún wọn. When also ẹlòmíì ò fẹ́ lọ, but equipped. So yẹ ká kọ̀ wo Kwara State Hospital. Àwọn míì ò fẹ́ kúrò, but nígbà tí ẹ bá tọ́jú wọn ní gbogbo local government, the question then is, so this is some of the, I hope they are upgrading some of them. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà kọ́ ló máa ní ló máa wà dilapidated anyway, but I'm sure kò tá bá ní ká máa mú lọ sí local government kankan ní state, definitely there's a problem. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí Kwara State Hospital Management or kwara.gov.ng. Let's see if there's anything there that we can learn. Orí website wọ́n ní mo wà yóò online payment ní ọlọ́. I can tell you already that this is not a user-friendly website. So ẹ jẹ́ ká wo start online visit. Kwara má ti dákẹ́. Okay, ìyẹn máa kọ́ sign new patient. General Hospital Ìlọrin. Only your connection is not private. Attackers are lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn padà sẹ́yìn. So kò wà secured. General Hospital Ọ̀fà ìyẹn náà wà secured. So Google sọ fún mi pé má dánwò, má go further. General Hospital Kaima ìyẹn náà. So ṣe rí ìdí tí a ṣe if I be a doctor today for Nigeria, I must japa 45 million naira nìyẹn. Ló fẹ́ bá ṣe ní Nigeria. But normally, ó yẹ kí doctor náà máa earn something very good. Àwọn kan wà náà tó yẹ pé they don't want to travel, but fún wọn ní enabling environment, hospital location. So Cottage Hospital, Alapa Village. So kò ṣe pé system ò lè ṣiṣẹ́, but ibo ni funding yẹn máa ti wá. Ṣé wá mọ̀ pé normally investor lè gbé funding wá fún sector yìí, but ǹjẹ́ ó máa work in the long run? So you can see that they have quite a lot of different hospitals. College Hospital, Ìpọ̀nrí, civil service. I am sure tá bá wò lọ wò bọ̀, somebody is just trying, bí àwọn tó jẹ́ diaspora kan wọ́n fẹ́ invest in the healthcare sector, and there's nothing bad in that. But the only problem tó wà ńbẹ̀ ni pé about us. Let's see. Welcome to Kwara State Hospital Management Board. As a strategy to improve service delivery in the hospital in the state, the Kwara State governor established 2 new agencies to manage the state-owned hospital, namely Kwara State Hospital Management Board and the Primary Healthcare Development Agency. So Dr. Oladimeji Starr, àwọn ni Director General. Elédùmarè máa fún yín ṣe. Mrs. Grace Ọmọlára Afọláyan, àwọn ni Director Nursing, picture wọn. Director Medical Service, Dr. Joseph Oluwafemi. Deacon Abiodun Moses Taiwo. So there are people that wants to work. Tó fi sá kúrò nínú Nigeria, but they are not just being supported in the long run. So, and all I can say is that It seems that they are trying to do something, but only mawa enough. Only ma to rara, but at least, kudos to them, they are doing something. But, ṣé rántí pé Bill Gates sọ fún wa pé 10,000 naira ní Nigerian government value lè ní lórí fẹ́ni tó bá ní healthcare problem. So tó bá yẹ pé ó wà ní UK, wàá máa earn £45,000 or even up to £52,000 a year. Wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé kò tí wà enough fáwọn ìdí tó ṣe jáde lélẹ̀ ẹja àgbo fídíò ní dẹ̀sìn.
Should be looking after us, but saying you can't even have what I was earning 15 years ago. Is it a surprise that so many people will leave?
Bàbá yìí sọ fún wọn pé iye tó ń gbà ní 15 years ago ẹ̀yin ò ní ẹ̀mẹ̀. Ìwọ wá sọ fún mi pé Nàìjíríà ṣì máa ṣiṣẹ́ even with the projection tá à ń sọ fún mi pé 24 years ago. Torí mo fẹ́ pẹ́ lórí one particular, mo fẹ́ máa move around ni. Mo jẹ́ kó yẹ yín pé ẹ jẹ́ ká kúrò lórí eléyìí. Ká kúrò lórí eléyìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà wá sí Kwara State. Ká lọ sí Kwara State again. List of your governors according to Wikipedia. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Boboy náà Saraki. Eléyìí káṣítẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ mú eléyìí Mohammed Lawal. Mohammed Lawal yìí Alabi Lawal. Òun ló ṣe gómìnà yín ní 1999. Òun ló kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ gómìnà. Mohammed Lawal òun lélẹ̀ images ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. Ọmọ ẹ̀ náà fẹ́ contest London SDP. Mohammed Lawal 15th of November 2006 he died in London. Wọ́n wá gbé lọ sí Ìlọrin. Ọlọ́run bá o. Ó kú sí London. Wọ́n ru bọ́dì yẹn padà lọ sí Ìlọrin. He was buried at Admiralty Villa Mosque, GRA, Ilorin. But he actually died in London. From the message under the Ọmọ Elele, former governor's son, Akeem picks SDP gubernatorial candidate in Kwara State. But alágbára ló ń jẹun ta òun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀. So kí ni mo fẹ́ fààyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ẹ jẹ́ ká wo Abdulrazak special intervention will make Kwara police self-sustaining. Ó easy fún ọlọ́mọ sọ owó ẹ̀ náà la máa ń gbọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa ń gbọ́. Let's come back here. So arákùnrin tẹ̀ ń wò yìí. Káte assume mo kí ẹ AAADRS. Mo kí ẹ̀ ń tẹ́tí wọlé lọ́tún lọ́sẹ̀. Káte assume pé bàbá yìí ṣe dáadáa nígbà tó wà ní gọ́vnà. Ṣẹ̀rí pé bíbélì tó kọ síbẹ̀. He died in London on the 15th of November 2006, but he was buried in Ilorin. Torí pé kò fẹ́ kí wọ́n sin òun sí London, but ó kú sí London nínú hospital ní bíbá. He was a governor and he was also a military administrator in 1987 ní Ogun State. So these are people that have been, it's like wọ́n kàn rotated back to back, back to back, back to back. And there was also allegation of misappropriation of funds according to the EFCC. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo EFCC. Àwọn pípé ti jẹ́wọ́. Ew! Wọ́n ti jẹ Nàìjíríà pa. $4.5 million was found in Cayman Islands secret bank account belonging to the dead ex-Kwara State Governor Mohammed Lawal. Èmi ni kò máa bú o, ìwọ tó ń wò mí. Èyí tó yẹ kó sọ fún àwọn gómìnà yìí pé wàhálà tẹ kó sí wa lágbá nígbàyà káàkiri iṣẹ́ ní Kwara State ní 16 local government. Ẹ wo tí Sahara report ẹ mọ̀ pé Sahara dẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe ń wá sórí ẹ̀. Kò lè parọ́ mọ́. Your governor tó ti kú ẹ kí n gbé ojú ẹ̀ wọlé ni bá ṣe ń ṣe kíní ìmúbọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbójú ẹ̀ wá because ojú ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ wà nínú broadcast throughout. Káwọn family ẹ̀ lè mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lásán ní bíbá ilé ni. Ìmúbọ̀ èwo lè lè tán okay. Kí lè lè is Kwara on a new political trajectory ní kọ̀mí pẹ̀lú yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbójú ẹ̀ wá. Òun lélẹ̀ ojú ẹ̀ lélẹ̀. ojú ọ̀daràn tán wá lélẹ̀ according to EFCC. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé ojú ẹ̀ wọnú broadcast kí n yanjú bàbá olówó kúrò tí bàbá olówó kan ló jí owó ẹ̀ tó jí owó yìí là ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ó bẹ́tà bẹ́yẹn ò yá wà kójú ẹ̀ wà níbẹ̀ yẹn. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká ka article yẹn. This was in 2008 ọdún méjì lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó kú. Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ní ẹ̀fẹ́ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà ara ìdí tá a ṣe ń sọ pé this whole system breaking World Bank approved $500 million for federal government. Wow, owó rẹpẹtẹ àtúntò wọnú gbèsè mi $500 million wọn náà ti approve ẹ̀ fún Bọ́lá Tinubu ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wò meeting tó wá ṣe ní London nìyẹn. Hold up. News yẹn ti dórí desk wà ní UI ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo Twitter. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ wo Twitter. Kọ Bishop ló sọ ọ́. Èmi náà kàn fẹ́ mú confam ni. Bishop èmi wọ́n bí tẹ́tí rí news ti yín o kò jáde lórí Twitter o. So bí a intelligent ti kò tí dèrè ibi báyìí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi dọ́là sí lẹ́yìn $sign $500 million ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan bí a tó lè mọ̀ kọ́ World Bank sí World Bank ẹ jẹ́ àfi World Bank sí lẹ́yìn okay bon. Fish subsidy exceeding 35 billion. Our project in Yemen has helped 7,000 farmers. Okay, their news in Sheffield circulating. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tó fi research it, rephrase it again. Okay, on the World Bank approved fresh $500 million loan to the federal government. The World Bank has approved a loan of $500 million to help Nigeria drive women empowerment. This became the second loan approved by the World Bank under the new President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It is a scale-up financing for Nigerian women program, which was initially approved on the June 28, 2018, with $100 million financing. A statement by the World Bank part in the World Bank has approved $500 million for the Nigerian women. Let's hope the money is used judiciary properly. Eshigoni Pastor Mo, Motiri Nisin. The World Bank Country Director of Nigeria, Shwaban Shadri, was quoted as saying, if we have seen promising outcomes from the parent NFWP, which has helped to create economic opportunities for thousands of rural women, though the women affiliated groups model is helping to improve livelihood opportunities for women. All right, we'll see how it goes. Eshigoni Yawa Comfort Ologunja Mutikina Lenkan Keto Wole. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ àtẹ̀yin quiet listeners. Ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pọlọ là ń bá ṣe business lórí line yìí. Kàn fi ṣe program àbá àwọn tí wọ́n ní understanding. Now, bó ṣe wà lórí Kwara State. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa arákùnrin tó wà lẹ́yìn mi tó ń pè ní Muhammad Ali Lawal, born in 1946, January precisely, died in London on the 15th of November 2006. Níbi tá a ti ń ṣe search wa lọ lórí Google, tá a gbọ́ orúkọ ẹ̀ sórí Google, Sahara gbé jáde pé ní 2008 wọ́n rí 4.5 million wọ́n trace ẹ̀ sí Canaan Island. Ẹ jẹ́ tí o bá mọ ibi tó ń pè ní Canaan Island jẹ́ lọ Google ẹ̀ fún akólé mọ́. So Canaan Island is a British overseas territory. Kó lè mọ àwọn tó ń jẹ wá. Ẹ jẹ́ kó máa parọ́ fúnra wọn. How many women will access that loan? Irọ́ ni. Ṣùkúṣùkú ẹ̀yin Bishop bí màtí ti mọ bó ṣe máa lọ. It is easy for them to say that wọ́n ti gba $500 million loan, $500 million pé ó máa wúlò fún gbogbo àwọn obìnrin ní Nàìjíríà regardless of ibi tẹ́ bá wà. But wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa títì, wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa infrastructure. Tẹ́ bá fún wọn lówó yẹn just like mo rí pé Punch newspaper sọ pé ránpẹ́ láàárọ̀ yìí náà ni Tinubu ti ní kó máa sanwó tó ń san tẹ́lẹ̀ náà. I saw something pé ó ti ní kó máa sanwó fún àwọn Ondo state lára intanṣọ bíi owó tí wọ́n ń distribute gbà yẹn. Mo rí lórí headline láàárọ̀ yìí ó lè ti sá lọ nísìnyí but mo ṣáà rí ṣá láàárọ̀ yìí nígbà tí mò ń ka news yẹn fún Star Radio but mo kàn touch lé lórí mi but I saw it this morning but ẹ ká fìyàn sílẹ̀ anyway so let's leave that but definitely ó ní kó máa san owó kan fún Ondo state bíi vibrant West African for black market collapse on Nigerian subsidy removal. Anyway so ẹ ká wá sí Canaan Island yẹn arúmujẹ lónìí wàá gba lónìí yẹn nísìnyí wàá nínú 500 million yẹn bóyá pátápátá give and take wàá ju $300 million síta 200 million tó kù pápá mu ẹ. Canaan Island is 68,000 in population. As at 2021, GDP wọn is $5.8 billion. Ìlú kékeré British Overseas Territory. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo bí a lè rí ẹni fídíò láti fi kó lè bá ní understanding pé Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n fẹ́ save yẹn Canaan Island ló kówó yín lọ according to report tó wà ní bíbá pé a dead former Kwara State governor wọ́n rí 4.5 million. Ẹ jẹ́ ká multiply 4.5 million yẹn as at 2008 kí ni exchange rate Bishop roughly kí ni exchange rate ká dá padà sí náírà torí ẹlòmíì tá a bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ dọ́là yẹn kò fẹ́ yé yín torí náírà nìkan lè understand so tá a bá mú wá sí náírà wàá lè mọ̀ pé owó tó yẹ kí gómìnà yìí lò fún 16 local government òun lòun kó lọ sí ṣẹ́fẹ̀ pé gbogbo látàárọ̀ tí mo ti ń ṣe àárọ̀ yìí mo ṣe detective bàbá ẹ̀ a ti sọ̀rọ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí náà after that ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta tí mo ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ lélẹ̀ nísìnyí àtẹ̀ tí mọ̀ pé mo kàn mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní EFCC wa but nígbà tí mo fi EFCC sí orúkọ ẹ̀ ó gbélé jáde so lára ìdí tí EFCC ṣe òun ti kú nísìn but 2008 ta ló wá mọ iye tó ṣì kù ní Canaan Island tí wọ́n tó ní Koiki kí n lọ shut up ó fẹ́ Yorùbá country oní òfẹ́ Yorùbá nation oríkayé disturb social media oní wàhálà mi ti pọ̀jù kí ni mò ń fẹ́ gangan so wá mọ̀ pé Canaan Island yẹn tí mo fẹ́ fi wọ́n nísìn 68,000 ní gbogbo wọn tó wà ń bẹ̀ àmọ́ ìlú tó pé 100,000 wọ́n dẹ̀ ní GDP in the tune of 5.8 billion níbo lowó yẹn ti ń bọ̀ já àkọ́kọ́ lọ wo fídíò lú yẹn kó lè mọ bó ṣe rí. 10 reasons why people love Canaan Island. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò. Welcome to the Cayman Islands. Èmi kọ́ mo ní fídíò yẹn kápọ̀ gbádùn ẹ̀ náà ni tí wọ́n bá yọ kò sí nǹkan kan tó bá dẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ wò.
Also known as the islands that time forgot. Now this video will provide 10 reasons why people love the Cayman Islands. I was just living back in Thank you. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Cayman Islands. Population around 70,000. Now just for context, we have
70,000. That is going to grow, yes.
Map here, we have circled the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands are an hour and 40-minute flight from Miami. Now this video will provide 10 reasons why people love the Cayman Islands. People love the Cayman Islands because of 7 Mile Beach. Sublime 7 Mile Beach frequently graces lists of the best beaches in the Caribbean, and for good reason. Fringed with coconut palms, this ravishing suite of flower-soft sand and turquoise sea is the kind of place you dream about. Despite its name, it's actually only about 5.5 miles long, but even with cruise ship passengers flocking to its shores, this broad stretch of beach provides a peaceful patch of sand for everyone. People love the Cayman Islands because of Stingray City. Anyone with a fear of stingrays will be cured after this trip. Stingray City is one of the most famous shallow water snorkel and dive sites in the Caribbean. custom-built boats zip out to a shallow sandbar surrounded by crystal clear water where you can feed, kiss, and cuddle with these creatures. If you're a little frightened to touch them, you can kneel on the sandy bottom and just watch in awe as these gentle creatures glide all around you. People love the Cayman Islands because of Georgetown. Georgetown, an offshore banking hub and Cayman's attractive capital, comes alive when cruise ships arrive. Shopping is one of the most popular things to do.
Ìlú tó di 70,000 ní Mọ́sápáyò. Okay, ultimately break it down. So 4.5 million is about 3.4 million naira, right? Ṣé million ni àbí? Million yẹn máa jẹ́, yeah, definitely, but ẹgbẹ́ pé 4.5, so million náà ló máa jẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà. So equivalent to about 3.4 million as of 2008. Ṣé million àbí billion? Ṣòro owó yẹn máa ń dàrú mọ́yàn lójú báyìí. Ẹ bá mi fi bí sí lẹ́yìn tó bá dẹ̀ yẹ pé million ni billion ẹ ṣe gan ni. So owó tí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi nǹkan bí kọ́ mo ní fídíò yìí, so I don't want to spend too much on it because so òun kàn sọ tourism aspect but tourism ẹ̀kọ́ ni mo need. Mo mọ̀ pé ó ní ìdí tó ṣe ń kówó lọ síbẹ̀, so billion ni ó ṣe gan ni. So owó tí màá yí jí ìyẹn gọ́vnà tẹ̀wọ̀n wò lẹ́yìn mi bàbá yìí 4.5 million yẹn níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn owó tó wọ́n sọ pé kó lò olú state ni náà owó tó yẹ kó lò fún mẹ́rìndínlógún local government yìí ìyẹn ní Kwara state àwọn ará Kwara nísìnyí mo sọ fún yẹn ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ máa Allahu Akbar ẹ máa face suppress àwọn ẹlẹ́sìn tó kù ṣe rí pé criminal òun ni gbogbo yín. That is the reason why dẹ́ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ká kúrò nínú system rọ̀tìrọ̀tì tá wà náà ẹ̀. Let's read it quickly. About 4.5 million, which is equivalent to about 3.4 billion naira, was found in a secret Canaan Island bank account. Because ibẹ̀ yẹn easy. Why do people have bank accounts in Canaan Island? Canaan Island bank account can help protect assets from lawsuit, enhance financial privacy, and in certain cases, a lower taxes. This is especially the case when you hold the account in a proper legal tools. The US has under 5% of the world population. Why do rich people put money in Canaan Island? The Canaan Island have become a popular tax haven among the American elite, the Yoruba elite, the Igbo elite, the Yoruba elite. Eshegoniyawa Comfort Ologunjani. Every doctor subscribed to PMA between £20 to 39.92 per month. Their association have money. This applies to all professional bodies, including the nurses. So in terms of one ní Eshegoni mọ́mí wa, àwọn jẹ́ kó yẹ mi rí sí pé Koiki every month àwọn ará dókítà máa ń san up to £39. So kí ló dé táwọn ṣe fẹ́ dáwó sínú YSDM? Nítorí pé wọ́n ti fi ẹnu bà á jẹ́ àwọn tó ní kankan ṣe, wọ́n ní kankan ṣe, wọ́n ní kankan ṣe. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní kan ṣe ni, ṣé gbogbo ràkàtí àtẹ̀ ń gbọ́ lọ́dọ̀ wọn nísìn? It's because they purposely wanted to destroy the ìrìnàjò yẹn. Inú ibì kan dẹ̀ lọ́ti máa mú owó torí pé tábà ga síbẹ̀ ìyẹn mo sọ fún yín pé tábà ẹ má bínú because I'm float around ni. Interfi sọ pé àwọn ilé gba bíbà lára àwọn nǹkan tó kó fún mi gbogbo àwọn kinní sticker nǹkan ìbí náà gba bíbélò kan lọ́wọ́ wọn. Wọ́n fún mi nígbà tí mo lọ, wọ́n fún mi ní kékeré, wọ́n dẹ̀ fún mi ní ńlá ẹ̀. But ẹ̀yin nísìnyí tí bá sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé a máa ṣe mo tẹ̀ mórúkọ tó ń pe kinní iná níwèé kinní tá à ń fi sáyà yìí a máa ṣe 5,000 pieces ẹ̀ torí pé wọ́n bù fáwọn èèyàn rẹpẹtẹ ni òun lè lè tẹ̀ ń wò yìí pay restoration òun ni màá tún wọ̀ tí bá ń lọ ní July èmi náà lọ bá wọn níbẹ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run kọ́lọ́n tó ṣọ́ wa dé. But àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àwa náà lè ṣerú eléyìí nísìn. Mo rántí pé bàbá wa Samuel bàbá wa Daddy Sam rather àwọn ni wọ́n ń ṣe léyìí wọ́n sẹ́ndẹ̀ wá sí Nàìjíríà àwọn lè ṣe níwọ̀nba tó lè ṣe pẹ̀lú machine nínú ilé ni but a bá serious pé a fẹ́ kó pọ̀ a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe pẹ̀lú company ni but nígbà tá a bá ní ẹjẹ́ àdáwò kí YSDM lè ṣùtẹ̀ jáde a ní àìrẹ́ o wọ́n fẹ́ kówó jẹ ní o owó ló ń kó jẹ níbẹ̀ o Yorùbá nation owó ló fi kó jẹ o nonsense and jagbajanti we are used to lies but èèyàn kan jí owó yín nísìnyí lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó kú lọ detected a former governor of Kwara State Muhammad Alabi Lawal ojú ẹ̀ lẹ́wọ̀n lẹ́yìn yẹn ojú olè nìyẹn olè ẹ sọ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ bàbá wọn olè ní bàbá wọn olè ní because tí kò bá ń ṣe olè ní kí ni owó state lè fi dé Canaan Island kí ni owó state ń ṣe níbẹ̀ tó bá wọn tọ́jú ẹ̀ ní just like àwọn tó ń support Peter Obi ìyẹn kówó náà yẹn náà lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ so ẹ̀yin tí à ń bẹ̀ ń sọ fún pé kíní yìí kò lè má continue báyìí wọ́n ní rẹ́ àfẹ́ awareness kankan mọ́ excuse me a ti ṣe enough awareness I need awareness kankan mọ́ awareness wo lẹ tún ṣe ẹ kàn fẹ́ máa fi kówó jẹ ni èmi nìkan wọ́n fún mi ní mẹ́rin ó bù fún mi ni mo ní I want kò tẹ ẹ̀ wo bí i méjì mẹ́ta ó kàn bù fún mi ni mo gba kékeré mo gba ńlá but ẹ̀yin nísìnyí tábà ní kínní tábà dẹ̀ nìkan multiply it because the volume náà máa fi bá wọn ṣe kí ló dé tí àṣewá ní ẹ dáwó sí YSDM lẹ́fí mọ́ no owó wo la fẹ́ máa dá àdídè owó kankan mọ́ àti gba country wa ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ ọ̀rùn rùn àti gba country wa ọ̀rọ̀ dẹ̀ ọ̀rùn rùn when we have the organization tí ó wà set up tẹ́ ń rí tí wọ́n wá ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn lélẹ́yìí ìyálóde ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí oríṣiríṣi fídíò ló ti ṣe àwọn tí wọ́n náà wọ́n ṣe country concept tí mo fi reference orúkọ kankan torí kò rà relevance ni ẹ wá dúró episode of videos táwọn ìyálóde ti ṣe 52 different videos different topic up to 7 days ago now ṣé wọn ò ní wá nídìí owó ni èmi bèrè ni o wọ́n ṣe kan ní 3 weeks ago wọ́n ṣe kan ní 7 days ago wọ́n ṣe kan ní 4 weeks ago wọ́n tún ṣe kan ní 4 weeks ago ẹ wo oríṣiríṣi fídíò awareness owó ni wọ́n fi ń ṣe publicity ẹ fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation ẹ lè fi ṣe publicity èmi ò tí understand ẹ o èmi náà mo ti get message yẹn and this is what we are saying to our people YSDM is the driver of the movement. Yes, and now on other subordinate the global directorate Yoruba One Voice olúkálùkù wọn yẹn ń ṣe tiwọn bọ̀ pé ẹni tí a mọ̀ as a organisation tó ń lead gbogbo wa a condemn àwọn tó kù wọ́n ń gbìyànjú tiwọn níwọ̀n bá tán lè ṣe àwọn náà ń wo area wo làwọn lè fi máa ṣe débi pé publicity a máa jáde bọ̀ káwọn kan á dé nísìn àwọn tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń sọ yẹn nísìn kò sí any template kankan tó ní ju pé wọ́n kàn sọ fún yín pé àtìgbà country èmi dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn pé nínú 16 tí Kwara State ní ìyẹn local government ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀bẹ lè máa lọ mú post kankan tẹ́lẹ̀ ni so eléyìí kò lọ so máa disconnect mú tútù rebuild ṣe sí rẹ̀ last video tí mo ṣe láàárọ̀ ni máa ń post ẹ̀ lọ sí Twitter àdé sọ fún yín pé I mean why are we like this kí ló dé ká ṣe dàbá ẹ̀ it's because àwọn kan pé fi ẹnu wọ́n fẹ́ fi gbà kan jẹ́ wọ́n ti wá fẹ́ ẹnu bàjẹ́ tán nísì wọ́n ti wá criticize ara wọn lọ́tún lọ́sì like I said I don't want to reference mo dẹ̀ bẹ̀ yín ẹjọ́ mo mọ̀ fáwọn kan tẹ bá pè ẹni mo fẹ́ reference wọn I don't want to reference to them is of no use because we can now realize that it is an hidden agenda because tó bá ń ṣe hidden agenda ni even nǹkan tá a bá ètè tí lọ ṣé omi ìpè ká quiet ká má ṣe kankan mọ́ whereas bó ṣe padà bọ̀ ní Canaan Island á ti mọ ìdí tó ṣe ló ń tọ́jú owó pamọ́ sí Canaan Island is a place tí àwọn olówó tó lọ ń tọ́jú owó sí tó bá tẹ̀ wá jẹ́ owó tiẹ̀ nìkan I agree ṣé owó bàbá yìí ni ó lọ ń bá wa tọ́jú sí Canaan Island ṣé owó tiẹ̀ ni it's not his money owó state ni ṣé ó ń bá wa tọ́jú ẹ̀ for future purpose ni no. These are criminals. Àwọn ilé dẹ̀bi ó dẹ̀bi mọ́ ẹ mọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ti fẹ́ ṣe ọmọ ẹ̀ náà fẹ́ contest under SDP tí ọmọ ẹ̀ bá wọlé náà nísìn òun náà tún sọ́kò owó náà ni a tún gbé lọ ẹ wá fẹ́ jẹ́ ká máa rotate gbogbo wọn ó ga o Kwara State là ń dì lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú kíní má lọ disconnect o ẹ jẹ́ kí n close àwọn kankan níbí báyìí ok a ti gbọ́ pé 170 doctors ti sá kúrò ní Kwara State again sorry kind because taba ti ṣí too many kiniba ó máa ní impact so ẹ jẹ́ kí n close eléyìí mo lè dín pẹ̀lú yẹn later so that mo fẹ́ anything kó disturb program tá à ń ṣe. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí mo ti close the back end náà because kò gbọdọ̀ freeze. Now ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ̀ ká ilé kúrò. Governor Abdulrazak of Kwara State has lamented that not fewer than 170 medical professionals left the state civil service in the last 3 months for greener pasture. Speaking at the commissioning of a 350 million naira ultra-modern medical center situated in the General Hospital near Offa Town, ní Offa local government area of Kwara State, lára local government tó bẹ ní Kwara tápè ní mẹ́rìndínlógún. Mr. Abiodun Lexi ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Constructed by an Indigenous association. Ẹ wo bó ṣe lu ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Indigenous association àwọn òun pè bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan bí wọ́n wà ní abroad lọ́kọ́wọ́ papọ̀ ìyàwó kan náà ní state tí wọ́n mú fi dárúkọ state yẹn. Wọ́n sọ fún mi ní pé àwọn ọmọ ìlú yẹn náà kówó jọ wọ́n ra equipment wọ́n send ẹ̀ lọ sí state yẹn. Ìyẹn tí gbogbo akókò ti ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Ìyẹn la ṣe ní Old Student Association èmi ò kò dáwó síbẹ̀ mọ́ ni torí it was of no use because kí ni point? Àwọn mẹ́ta tún sọ fún gan wọn ní kémi sọ́tọ̀ èmi ti kúrò ní group yẹn láti ìgbà tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation. I'm sure with some of them now owó tó fi sí bank owó yẹn ti wà value every blessed day torí pé owó yẹn kò ní value kankan mọ́. Ẹ túbọ̀ máa bú mi gbogbo yín lẹ máa jẹ breakfast. So àwọn Indigenous Association the Offa Metropolitan Club on Saturday àti gómìnà and the state government cannot manage the healthcare alone. Amòye tẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ break ìlú yìí so that ká lè save lives and prevent corruption and mismanagement now. Ó ṣe jàre DC man 123. Èèyàn kan wá kó owó to the tune of 3.4 billion naira ní kó tó kú ní 2006. Ó lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ sí Cayman Island. Ìwọ́dẹ̀ ìjókòó nísìnyí ó wà nínú Nàìjíríà. Ó níṣẹ́ ṣọmọ ìtí. That will have done tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n kàn fi invest nínú healthcare sector yín nìkan. Because nínú ẹ̀ lọ́ máa employ nurses, ẹ máa employ gbálẹ̀gbálẹ̀, ẹ tó máa clean toilet, nínú ẹ̀ lẹ́ àwọn tó máa jẹun. Different hospital ń ṣe nǹkan kékeré. Hospital ẹ jẹ́ ká sáré wò ti UK NHS. Bí kíní ni nísìn òun ní nísìn NHS portal tó bá fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lọ hospital oríṣiríṣi ló wà. Oríṣiríṣi portal healthcare careers òun ní nísìn. Portals are the heartbeat ogbón kan tó pè heartbeat ẹ̀mí àwọn gbọ́ngàn lẹ̀ ní hospital tó bá sẹ́ni tó ń clean hospital báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn ni heart tó bá sọ pé heart ẹ̀mí èèyàn. Portals are the heartbeat of NHS hospital making sure crucial goods and items are delivered where they are needed most. They are also make sure patients are at the right place and at the right time to get treatment that they needed. I get to know the patient, vice versa. Just having a chat and a laugh can make them feel better. Stephanie Ferris, a porter at the Royal Berkshire NHS Foundation. Working life. As a porter, you could be moving patients on trolleys or in wheelchair, stores and equipment, samples of patient blood, liners, post and parcel, waste, cylinders of gas, trolleys of food. These are all the jobs that a porter can do in the hospital. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ wo bí a mo lè rí fídíò kankan láti fi báàkẹ̀ NHS porter. NHS porter. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ wo bí a rí fídíò kankan. Videos. Hospital porter interview question náà. Career Leoshan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo eléyìí. Èmi kọ́ mo ní video yẹn for educational purpose.
I think personally I've got the best job in the world. There's not one day that's the same. Every day is different.
It has busyness of being a London hospital, but with the familiarity and friendliness of a smaller hospital.
It meets some lovely, lovely people.
We have great dynamic. We are piloting new ways of caring for patients so that patient safety improves.
Everybody knows what they're doing, everybody's friendly, we'll communicate.
I've been very lucky that my career has progressed because I came in as a junior midwife and I wrote.
Irene, I'm shocked with Nigeria Lele. She's now a sister. 14 hours, 12 hours. And then sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ ṣe sùúrù ká tètè lọ ẹ wá nínú ẹ̀fẹ́ Nàìjíríà ẹ̀fẹ́ Yorùbá nation Nàìjíríà lẹ́fẹ́ good service kọ́ máa kí àfún yín ní 16 local government ẹ̀fẹ́ ní Kwara state ẹ máa waste time ara yín ẹ já kí sister wa Irene ọmọ bí a side Benin làwọn lè máa wá I don't know I'm just guessing.
To be a senior midwife, and within that period I've had many opportunities of study days that help people.
Ṣé gbọ́ study days ó tún lọ sí study days kí ló dé tẹ̀yàn ọmọ Yorùbá ọ̀fẹ́ nǹkan tó dùn ṣé ẹ láìkí gbogbo eléyìí ni great Yorùbá nation no ṣé ẹ láìkí gbogbo kìíní tá a máa fi wọ̀nyí ni àwọn gómìnà yìí mọ̀ ń padà bọ̀ lọ́dọ̀ sísá wa yìí ó lè ní wọ́n gbé wíri èèyàn gbé $4.5 million owó state ó dẹ̀ gbé lọ sí Canaan Island ó padà kú sí London ẹ wá lọ ṣe Allahu Akbar ẹ lọ sí Ìlọrin kí ló dé tó ọ̀tẹ̀ sí òkú gan sí London born bastard you can see why we curse them all the time. EFCC investigator also said the former governor was found to be the owner of multi-million-dollar mansion in the suburb of Washington, D.C. No immediate information is available to Sahara reporter as to the location of the pricey property. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ń gbádùn ayé nísìn. Direni, I watched Tayo Aina video on Botswana. Their government invested the money they made from mining diamond back onto the citizen. They invested in free education and their healthcare system. Thank you so much for the information, sir. Why is the ṣé Ògún Fúlàní náà ló ń dé ìmọ́lẹ̀? Èèyàn jí $4.5 million owó state owó 16 local government lára owó tí wọ́n fún pé bọ́jẹ̀tì yìí ní every year ó kó gbogbo owó yẹn ó lọ gbà á ó lọ ra lé sí Washington DC òun ti kú nísìn ta ló rò pé ń gbádùn lé yẹn tí léèyàn bá tẹ̀ exist mọ́ bí wọ́n ti ta ni àwọn ọmọ ilé ìta kó tún move sí New York àwọn ọmọ yẹn máa tètè máa move ju wọ́n lọ́nà because owó ìjọba ló ń ná ní kọ́ ọmọ gómìnà má gbádùn àmọ́ owó tó bá ń fún gómìnà nìkan ló yẹ kó máa ná kò ń ṣe pé kó máa tọwọ́ bọ àpò ìjọba tó máa fi ń jayé mo kẹ́yìn ti Benin Republic jẹ́ àpàdà sí hospital yìí arákùnrin náà ni wọ́n ń pè ní Mohammed Lawal ó kú sí London. He was a Nigerian naval officer who was also a military governor of Ogun State ní December 1987 títí di August 1990 ọlọ́run tó kó jẹ náà mo máa kí mọ́mì mi my beautiful aunty kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín Elena Ọbáfẹ́mi. Kogi State là ń lọ ní next week gbogbo wíìkì tó ń bọ̀ ní next week lágbára Elédùmarè Kogi ni bọ̀ ní wíìkì yìí a wà lórí Kwara State lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Àníṣe ẹ̀ ní gbádùn gbogbo táwọn èèyàn gbọ́ rílẹ̀ ní a máa gbé jáde kára lè máa níyín kára máa kínú máa bí pé $4.5 billion wọ́n bá nínú àkáǹtì ẹ̀ òun dẹ̀ ti kú so only God knows the amount of money tó ń bẹ nínú àkáǹtì ní táàmù àwọn òyìnbó yìí máa gbádùn yé òyìnbó ń gbádùn láyé because Canaan Island tá à ń sọ lẹ́ǹkan yẹn à ń parabọ̀ lórí fídíò yìí mo ti lè close eléyìí Lusham ẹ wo títọ̀dọ̀ tiwa nísìn ẹ wo interface ẹ̀ ṣé o mọ̀ pé ìwọ tó wà Nàìjíríà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ó lè máa lọ sórí site NHS kò ní pé Yorùbá ní visa tó bá wọlé fine ó lè máa lọ wá information níbẹ̀ oríṣiríṣi information ló máa ń bẹ níbẹ̀ wàá kàn fi ṣe comparison NHS vaccine donate to the trust fund ti Lusham nílé àdúgbò kankan ló ní tiẹ̀. Taking abuse is not part of our job. Get involved. Careers là ń wò lọ nísìn lẹ́ǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ bí a ká parí fídíò yẹn tó bá dẹ̀ ti yọ ẹni tó bá ti rí because sometimes Facebook YouTube lè fi sílẹ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ lè má fi sílẹ̀ I don't know but let's watch it.
My role, the training opportunities are there, the support is there, it is friendly. There is an environment here where you can grow in your professionalism and you would enjoy your experience here.
there's never a day that goes by that you won't leave the space without knowing something more than what you did when you first walked in.
Ìwọ wá délé nísìnyí a máa gun Mercedes. A lọ wo football. Ìwọ wá ń farawé. Ìwọ ń ta bàbá Ìjẹ̀bú. Mo kí ẹ lárin lámínà. Mo kí ẹ̀yin silent listener. Àwọn ọlọ́pọlọ là ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bíbá. Kò sí àwọn tọ́pọlọ yín ti dọ́ọ̀lù. Unde innovative mo kí ẹ. Ọpẹ́yẹmí mo kí wọ́n ìdáwà lórí Instagram. Both sides on KOIKIMEDIA and Olayomi Koiki.
The trust is very flexible with working hours, so it allows us to.
Àwọn Caribbean lélẹ̀ mo ti dá voice ẹ̀. Ó ti ṣiṣẹ́ dànù ẹ wo gbójú ẹ̀ ti ṣàìsí títí.
Transport links are really easy around here, so there's 4 or 5 stations within walking distance that can take you into the different major London stations. Ladybell Station is literally just across the park from the hospital, so it takes 7 minutes door to door, I think. The Queen Elizabeth Hospital is based in Woolwich, and it's about a 15-minute bus journey into actual Greenwich Village from there, and then about a 20-minute bus journey up to the tube station. So really accessible. Greenwich is a lovely place to kind of hang out, lovely parks.
Mo fẹ́ lo gbogbo ẹ̀ tán, ẹ jẹ́ ká tún wo the next video. Àti wo eléyìí, ẹ ká tún wo tẹ́lẹ̀. Dr. Alex George lélẹ̀ ń jẹ́.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Alex George. Some of you might know me from London.
Ẹni tó ń wo bàbá ẹ̀ nísìnyí, kí lẹ rò pé age ẹ̀ roughly. Lára àwọn tó ń protest náà nìyí, àwọn wá ṣe gbogbo wàhálà yẹn tán, ìwà wá dé UK. Èmi wá ní kájọ jáde kájọ lọ protest fún Yorùbá nation, ó ní òní time. Whereas àwọn ọmọ mi wá kan láti 9 ship ló máa ń gbà wá sí Trafalgar Square. Ẹ̀yin ìkàlẹ̀ yìí ṣe náà because àwọn tó ń protest yìí nísìn, gbogbo àwọn junior doctors yìí nísìn, wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ lẹ̀ fún àwọn ẹlòmíì tó máa dé ni. Pé ẹ lè máa san chicken change fún wa, ẹ̀yin politician. And that is the reason why tí èmi náà lo time mi, ó continue kò jẹ́ kí n wà níbẹ̀. Ó yẹ kí n ti máa lọ ní, bò mo wá padà dúró.
When I left medicine in 2010, I was the outlier. I was the second person in my cohort of hundreds and hundreds of people to leave medicine. I think one person became a pilot, and then I left to do whatever I do now. I can't remember the last time I looked on my Facebook and didn't see one of my former colleagues from med school looking for another.
We're in the country's capital. The north is where it's at, though. So, anyone from the north, give us a shout. Yeah. What about the Midlands? And I guess we should recognise that some people are here from London too.
Bọ̀bọ̀ tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yìí nísìn, very young boy,
I want to talk a little bit.
Or very young man, wo bó ṣe rí, very young. Fẹ́jẹ́ kẹ́ máa gùn kadà káàkiri sẹ́ẹ̀. It is you and innovative. Okay, you and innovative. Thank you so much. Ẹ̀yin Yorùbá máa ṣe. Ẹ ti use mọ́ ìṣẹ́ àti òṣì. Ọ̀dọ́ máa kí èèyàn use mọ́ nǹkan tó dáa. Ẹ jà wo fídíò yìí.
Ireland, but you'd be surprised to know I'm also a doctor. I actually worked at Lewisham Hospital for a few years before going on the island. I did my second year foundation training here. I had a brilliant time. I worked in obs and gynae, I worked down in A&E and the sexual health department as well. When I finished my F2 year, so that would have been August of 2017, I decided to stay on in A&E because, quite frankly, I really enjoyed it. I had really supportive staff, the nurses, the doctors, the OTs, the physiotherapists, all the healthcare professionals. And yeah, I just absolutely loved staying here. I went onto the bank staff shifts, which meant I could be a little bit flexible with some of the things I was doing outside of work as well. And the opportunity came up to go on Love Island. I was a bit apprehensive at the time about how that would go and whether that would be something that really I would be supported in doing by the staff here. Actually, the consultants were amazing. They said, you know what, something different. Go there and enjoy. And I went away on Love Island. After the show, to be honest, I really missed being in work. I've trained, obviously, nearly 10 years to be a doctor, and I was really happy here at Lewisham Hospital. So coming back felt like a natural step to me. So I've come back part-time into A&E on the bank rota, and I'm absolutely loving it. I would really recommend to anyone that wants to come and work for Lewisham and Greenwich NHS Trust to come and do it, because it's a brilliant place to work. I think you'll have a great time, be well supported, and I think you'll enjoy. Thanks very much.
How did we get to where our own mind the world fi kúrò nínú dọ̀tí? Vacancy lélẹ̀ nísìn, vacancy. Nursing and midwives, health and science, administrative, allied health, volunteers, not who are. Let's just look at some of the vacancy. So you can see the vacancy. Anesthetic nursing and practitioner, special anesthetic nursing, nurse and practitioner, ODP, Queen Elizabeth Hospital, weekly working pattern, full-time or part-time, 37.5 hours per week. This is all why we are saying, ǹjẹ́ Kwara State, ǹjẹ́ any system, a lọ sí website ilé nǹkan Kwara State job site, mo fi wọ̀n ilé nǹkan Kwara State job vacancy, a lọ sí orí ẹ̀ lẹ́ǹkan, èwo lélẹ̀ kwara.learning.gov, no, ti state ni mo wá. We are in a big mess. Garment industry, Kwara, ibẹ̀ láti rí. So I clicked on this, under material. I mean, it would be nice to have a replica of these across all the 16 states, 16 local government. Eshika Mr. Oladele OLAMILEKAN. Tí wọ́n máa ránṣọ, tọ́wọ́n máa ránṣọ, tọ́wọ́n máa ṣe so many different things. Mr. Okemighty, Mokisa. Now, ibi tá ti wò lọ, we end up in this website. Lẹ́yìn iṣẹ́ yìí, kò tún sí another one níbẹ̀. This is the website. Kò tún sí anything mọ́ nínú ẹ̀. And we are telling you that the reason why we need to come out, kẹ́ support YSDN, kẹ́ support Yorùbá Nation, ẹ sọ pé no. Ẹja padà sí, ẹja close eléyìí, ẹni tó bá fẹ́ wo tó kọ ẹ lọ sí orí, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ ibi tí page wa, channel ti YouTube yẹn wà, ẹ bá ti type in KOKIMEDIA TV, all in one word, KOKIMEDIA TV. Ẹ ti rí bó ṣe máa wá lélẹ̀, that's the interface. Kò ṣe miss rárá, ẹ ti rí British flag lókè. Ẹ lọ sí kíni, ẹ lọ subscribe. We will share the link again for those of you. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká wo àwọ̀ Ọ̀fà lẹ́ẹ̀kan briefly. Ẹ tún fi wo bí Ọ̀fà yẹn ṣe rí. Màá yọ audio yẹn kúrò. Ẹ wo environment. Ẹ wo environment wa. This is a local government. I mean, tábàtẹ̀ fi maintain àwọn ilé àmọ̀ yìí pé okay for purpose pé a fẹ́ keep àwọn area yẹn. There's still a way to develop it. Àwọn planner, àwọn engineer ló máa wò pé okay building yìí a máa keep body yẹn, but àwọn ọmọ bá ṣe máa yọ roof yẹn kúrò, or bí àtàwọn máa keep roof yẹn. There's a way to keep it going. Mo máa kí mọ́mí wa Mùsùmọ́lá Adéjọkẹ́ ẹ káàbọ̀ mọ́. Ẹ̀yin náà ẹ kọ̀ wo this particular view. This is Ọ̀fà local government. A dẹ̀ kí bàbá wa tí wọ́n fi jẹ ààrẹ ìṣègùn of Ọ̀fà land. Ìyẹn àbúrò wa bàbá wa náà ní nísìn. Chief Aliyi lára àwọn Yorùbá nation to the core. Bó ṣe ń wá ní gbogbo ìgbà láti Ọ̀fà wá sísàlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Kò sí gbogbo rally tí kò sí títí dé tó ṣe gbẹ̀yìn lọ́jọ́ta. Ẹ̀yin náà wo environment yẹn. Ṣé building la fẹ́ maintain? Yes, a lè keep it. But keeping the building, a lè convert it. Bíbá yìí ní since wọ́n pe bíbá yìí ní kí lorúkọ bíbá Ọ̀fà kí ni mo rí ìdókè ní. Ọ̀fà Unity Traditional Herbalist Association. Ó dẹ̀ ti wà láti bíá 1931 lọ́pọ̀ sókè yẹn, 1931. So there's nothing wrong in maintaining the building, but we are talking about keeping it to the standard. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ibẹ̀ dàbí slum àti ghetto. Smelly. Mo kí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Okemighty. Let's continue. So màá kọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ over it. So in terms of àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ni pé ní state yìí náà ni a ti rí gómìnà kan tó jí 3.4 billion ní 2008. Ó lọ tọ́jú owó yẹn pamọ́ sí ẹ̀ka àsomọ́mì wa. Mùsùlùmọ́lá, mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń kọ́mẹ́ǹtì náà tẹ wà lábẹ́ ètò. But we have a good culture. Ẹ wo gbogbo títì yẹn bó ṣe rí. Ẹ wà àdúgbò. but àwọn tó wà níbẹ̀ wọn ò ní choice. That is the only thing they've seen. That is the only thing they know. So kí la fẹ́ ṣe? Wọ́n ti gbà ká mú. Àti wọ́n tẹ̀ bá wọn ṣe títì yẹn díẹ̀ níwọ̀n bá tó lè ṣe. Ní ká má kíìpù àwọn ibì kankan. But by now, ó yẹ ká ti open up. Jù báyìí lọ. Ìjọ wo la wá fẹ́ develop 16 ìyẹn gbogbo local government yẹn? Each local government ló ní in tó lè máa drive economy from tourism aspect, from even kó tẹ̀yẹ pé bàbá wa tó ń ṣe ààrẹ ìṣègùn yìí, àwọn kan lè máa kọ́ṣẹ́ lábẹ́. Ó lè wà develop ìyẹn lásán gan oyè tí bàbá yìí jẹ, a lè fi train àwọn èèyàn láti ta. But the system, a máa kọ́kọ́ train àwọn tó wà nínú ilé. And with all our beautiful drums, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ gbọ̀ngàn.
Bí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ní o, ẹ̀yin náà ní o, Àrẹ̀mú bàbá ṣe ní Sókótó, ẹ̀yin náà ní o. Bàbá ṣe Mẹ̀dúgùrí, ẹ̀yin náà ní o. Kódà bó ṣe ní Àbújá, ẹ̀yin náà ní o. Bó ṣe Brazil ní ẹ̀yin náà ní.
Mr. Silvergold. Kò síjà láàrin Yorùbá, kò síjà láàrin Mùsùlùmí àti oníṣẹ̀ṣe, kò síjà láàrin Kìrìsìtẹ́nì, àmọ́ àti láwọn àwọn ìyá wa. Ẹ jẹ́ wọn àwọn ìyá yẹn padà. Èmi láti àwọn ìyá wa.
Àrẹ̀mú sì mí ọmọ padà, sì mí ọmọ padà.
Ẹ bá ń kí àwọn Koikimedia team. Kọ́lọ̀ máa ma fi iṣẹ́ ìṣẹ́ wọn lọ in and out.
Ilé mọ́jà sì mí ọmọ padà.
Mo kí Mr. Idris.
Ìyá Ṣàngó sì mí ọmọ padà. Ṣàngó Aládó sì mí ọmọ padà. Bàbá mi sì mí ọmọ padà. Bàbá mi sì mí ọmọ padà.
And this was last week Saturday, wọ́n wá lọ sí Ọ̀fà láti lọ cover event yìí. Wọ́n ti dé Palace Ọba. Very beautiful palace. Ẹgbẹ́ yìí tóbi, you like it. Palace yẹn tóbi dáadáa.
Ewé sì ní ọmọ padà. Epo sì ní ọmọ padà. Ìyá mi sì ní ọmọ padà.
So let's just move forward swiftly. Once again, ẹ lọ sí orí channel yẹn, ẹ bá wa ṣe subscription lé lórí so that ká lè move it forward a little bit. A máa share link yẹn síta fún ẹ̀yin tí ẹ máa ń béèrè. Ẹ bá ti click lé lórí, ẹ kàn tẹ̀lé so that I think by later on today I might upload 1 or 2 or 3 videos tí mo ti ṣe pẹ̀lú 4K camera mi. You know, I did one this morning while I was doing my early morning program outside as well. Nígbà tí mo jáde. Now let's come back and leave that alone for now. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí àwọn YSDF. Kákọ̀ tó gbọ́ díẹ̀ nípa táwọn dádì wa yìí ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
Yorùkọ̀ òwe náà ẹni tí ó bá ti kàwé yẹn ó máa dákẹ́ lọ ka o. Òkìṣẹ́ owó yín nìkan la nílò. A ní fún gbogbo wa láti wà on the same page. A ní fún gbogbo wa láti ní vision tó dọ́gba. The Bible says, can two work together unless they are in one accord? Ìyẹn ni pé a house tó wà divided by itself ṣé ó lè stand? Ṣùgbọ́n tí gbogbo wa bá ní the bigger picture tá a mọ bí tá à ń lọ, a máa lè jíjọ fọwọ́ rìn. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yà àgbà ṣe sọ náà pé àìkọ́wọ́ rìn ọmọ èṣù ló máa.
Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ti Belgium wá ẹ ṣe gan nìyá wa kò ní tán níbẹ̀. Mo ṣàgbọ́ tí kìnìyàn dún lẹ́ẹ̀kan mo tún wò pé èmi mọ̀ pé sometime mo gbọ́ kìnìyàn tó dún tó tán máa pé kí ló tún dún yàbí kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ já mo ti bàyẹ̀ pé notification láti coffee pot yẹn ló ń sọ pé èèyàn kan ti fún ẹ ní support kí wọn náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn àwọn tó bá wá ń bèrè pé Koiki èwo tún ní coffee pot èyí kí ilẹ̀ lè lò it's just to make things comfortable for àwọn tó fi support the media platform. This is not a government platform. Al Jazeera tẹ́ ń rí tó ń dán mọ́nàmọ́ná yẹn Qatar ló ń sanwó ẹ̀ Qatar government ló ń sanwó Al Jazeera Koiki àìtí gbọ́ lórí Al Jazeera government Qatar ló ń sanwó ẹ̀ so àwọn public ló ń support àwa so to make it easy for different people ẹlòmíì then mo tún sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ má sanwó sínú Zelle ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti sanwó sínú ẹ̀ nígbà kan for one reason or the other nígbà tí à ń ṣe ètò lọ because àwọn kan ẹ̀ tí wà wẹ̀ àwọn kan tí ní Koiki a fi sanwó síbẹ̀ but àwọn gbọ́ pé oníkọ́ má sanwó sínú ẹ̀ yes Zelle tí mò ń lò ní US ẹ má sanwó sínú ẹ̀ because there is no need to do that anymore so that's why we are making another platform available so that a lè wá sọ́dọ̀ wa direct so that ẹni tó fẹ́ fún wa ní $5 èèyàn lè ra $5 coffee ẹgbẹ́ náà bá jáde ẹ bá ra coffee níta £3 so kò ń ṣe dandan ni pé kó jẹ́ ẹlòmíì lè ṣe one náà ẹlòmíì lè ṣe Koiki àǹfààní $3 it just keeps us going that's all because at the end of the day we are running an expense as well whether it is small or big it does not matter it goes a very very long way so àwọn kan ní okay monthly làwọn máa fún ẹ àkọọ́lẹ̀ náà ní kọ̀ọ̀kan tàbí fún ẹ bọ̀ a máa fàdúrà rẹ lọ́wọ́ èyí náà wà iná YSDM ìyálóde là ń gbọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ lọ subscribe àwọn ni wọ́n drive the Yorùbá nation tí bàbá jẹ́ chairman bàbá wa Chief Banji Ayilóge ni deputy chairman ìrìn àjò yìí ní process ó létò àwọn tó ní kò létò àtẹgbọ́ ẹlòmíì kò kúrò nínú confinement anywhere àgbọn kankan gbogbo ikọ̀ ń jà no everybody is running the program separately ntí àwọn tó kù máa sọ ó yàtọ̀ sí tèmi fẹ́ sọ but we are going on the same direction pé Yorùbá nation la fẹ́ ní ẹ bá gbọ́ lẹ́nu wọn yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó ti bọ́lẹ̀ kò dé ṣe dandan tí bá dé lọ play fídíò yìí ó reflect lórí àwọn tó náwọn ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́ a lè mú anybody see it is not a must that everybody must be saying àwọn fẹ́ ṣe Yorùbá nation it's just like ẹgbọ́ fídíò yìí.
KOKImedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps. As the man sọ sórí báwọn èèyàn onígbà tó máa ń busy onígbà tí kò kí ń busy ó ti lọ nìyẹn the next one ìyẹn máa dé ní.
so kò dúró déèyàn mọ̀ tí train yìí dúró dè mí ò mọ̀ ń bọ̀ mo máa sọ̀kalẹ̀ ní sí ọmọ ṣì wà lórí stair no it doesn't work like that so àwọn tó ò pé dúró lórí Yorùbá nation we shouldn't argue with them àwọn míì gan tá à ń ṣe torí ẹ̀gọ́ sẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ mọ̀ wá àwọn tó máa gbádùn ẹ̀gọ́ kọ́lọ̀ ń jẹ́ káwa náà wà lára àwọn tó máa gbádùn ẹ̀ ni nígbà tó bá dé bá wa láyọ̀ Koiki ìgbà orí Yorùbá nation tẹ́ máa ń pariwo máa dé no ṣé 24 years tó fi run ní Kwara State iṣẹ́ wo ló ṣe fún ẹ because ẹ máa ń béèrè ìbéèrè tó wà stupid Koiki àti sọ fún yín pé kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ okay kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀ báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí ṣé ẹ fẹ́ ká kó ìbọn jáde ká máa pààyàn ìbọn dáhà ní ni àbí ṣé mo understand okay nígbà tá a bá ní kò ní selection ṣé ìtorí ẹ̀ ní sìn so the movement has stopped ẹyẹ máa ronú bí ẹni tó ní làákàyè ẹlòmíràn ni Koiki àwọn fẹ́ advice náà ẹ má advice wa ẹ lọ bá YSDM ẹ fún wọn ní gbogbo advice wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ media lè ní advice wọlé fẹ́ fún mi tẹ́ ẹ bá ti lè point pé Koiki ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí bí a kò bá wa sọ báyìí kó bá wa gbé kalẹ̀ no be juju be that adé sọ wípé ẹ ṣe sùúrù ó ní process training nísìn bó ṣe lọ tó ń bọ̀ yẹn nísìn ó ní process tó bá wà delay níwájú ó máa affect tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn so báwo lè ṣe wá sọ pé ìtagbédání pé kò tí wà delay pẹ̀lú gbogbo rakatia tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láàrin over 6 months ẹ fi kò easy ni we lost about almost 6-7 months of the movement even tá a bá tẹ̀sẹ̀ anything ṣé kò yẹ ká máa jáde bó dẹ̀ ṣe máa show yín náà Scotland ẹ má bínú pé program ilé tó lè tẹ̀síwájú ju 3 hours lọ lẹ́nu ẹ gbà mí láyè bẹ́ẹ̀ Scotland ó ti di at least ẹlẹ́ǹkẹta tó ń jáde wọ́n tún bọ̀ ní July no ṣé jáde tó ń jáde ẹni sìn wọn ò náwó rárá mo béèrè ní ṣé wọn ò náwó àwọn ò jáde nísìn a kàn ń sọ̀rọ̀ continuously lórí social media nìkan and it has other reason pé okay kí government wọ́n ní wọ́n support Tinubu ni wọ́n ṣe kíní kọkìnní okay tẹ́ bá tẹ̀ ní ẹ fẹ́ kúrò nínú ìlú ṣé ẹ ní bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ìlú yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹ bá gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ìlú yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ there will be negotiation nígbà tá a ti sọ pé àfẹ́jà tó bá dẹ̀ pé máa dìjà náà ni àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ exhaust gbogbo ọ̀nà tá a níná ìyẹn ni mo ṣe train òun dúró déèyàn ẹni bá bọ́lẹ̀ tó tó náà ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ ṣe tó bá fẹ́ ṣe ẹ má bá wọn argue don't argue with anybody ẹ má stress ara yín lórí wọn tó bá dẹ̀ ń fẹ́ wọn padà àwọn tó fẹ́ padà yẹn àkọ́kọ́ pé ṣé àwọn tó dàrú náà ni tó ń wá soft landing tó bá jẹ́ àwọn yẹn ni no I don't think I will work with any one of them it does not matter tó bá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tàbá délẹ̀ lérí tó ń lágbára nínú màá rẹ̀ kí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì máa lọ dí pẹ̀lú gbogbo wa not pé dí pẹ̀lú I'm talking about in a society that works because kò ń ṣe gbogbo alámaríra wa mọ́ kò ń ṣe bí ti kú so I'm not gonna have any relationship especially pẹ̀lú àwọn tó da project irú kí ni mo fẹ́ ní ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn I don't have anything to do with them kò mí pé mo wish wọn bad àkókò mọ̀ra rí tẹ́lẹ̀ anyway àti tí mo lọ kí àti tí àìtí ríra tẹ́lẹ̀ because wọ́n máa ń sọ kábàkàbà wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ìkan sì ń parọ́ ó sì dúró lórí irọ́ yẹn wáìkọ̀ ìkan tún jáde nísìn ó kàn sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbà mi máa kọ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ máa kọ̀ how did we even manage to get to all this nonsense? Ẹ̀wọ̀n kan ni ṣé àwọn ará Scotland nísìn ṣe àwọn kan ni àwọn Biafra kìjà wọ́n ń jà rẹpẹtẹ ìjà ń bẹ lábẹ́ tiwọn náà mo wà lóga bọ̀bọ̀ kan wà pẹ̀lú àwọn Simon Ekpa tẹ́lẹ̀ ó ti kúrò ní sí ọ̀nà wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú wọn mọ́ òun náà tuntun dá platform tẹ̀ sílẹ̀ no media tẹ̀ mí but òun náà tuntun dá another initiative sílẹ̀ àwọn tó náà pera wọn ní àwọn kí ló tẹ̀ ṣe pé bìkọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn lárìgbà tá a kọ́kọ́ ṣe àwọn Zoom kan mo bá wọn ṣe Zoom media bọ̀ mo ti realize ní sí pé ó ti bọ́lẹ̀ kò sí lára àwọn autopilot mọ́ àwọn kan tó wà so àwọn náà ní internal crisis àwọn gbogbo kíní ìkojú pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé everybody bá wà in one uniform tí gbogbo wa wà lójú kan ìtàn fẹ́ Yorùbá nation á ti wáyé tipẹ́ but nígbà tá a sí lójú kan báà la ṣe fẹ́ wà lójú kan nígbà tó ojú olè tó wà lẹ́yìn mi irú wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú olè rèé ó jí 3.5 million owó yín dọ́là equivalent of 3.4 billion naira òun ti kú nísìn káàtẹ̀sọ́ pọ́mọ Yorùbá ní kókọlà pọ̀ wàhálà tó dá sílẹ̀ nísìn àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ nìkan ló ń gbádùn ṣèbọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló náà pé contest nísìn ń bí fún gọ́vnọ̀ London SDP and this is what we are saying to our people that there is a process.
So bàbá ń sọ fún yín pé Yorùbá nation ló lè ṣe àmọ̀tàǹsọ ni ṣòrélé náà nísìn KOKIMEDIA bringing the world closer to your doorstep èyí ní 23rd of August 2022 ṣòrélé náà ó ti rẹ́dì láti depart sórí kọ̀mpútà mi ó máa tilẹ̀kùn ó dà pé sẹ́ńsọ̀ pé yàn kan tó fẹ́ wọlé ilẹ̀kùn yẹn máa tì nísìn ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fún yín sórí the next one tó máa dé ó máa dé ní 1 minute èyí náà ti kiri èyí náà ti lọ so má jẹ́ kí yàn kan parọ́ fún ẹ pé Yorùbá nation is possible bá ti bá Yorùbá nation.
So when we are now saying to our people that we are still on the right track, kini ma work, àwọn ẹ̀ka kò lè work. Okay, ṣé 24 years that in bẹ nínú Kwara State as a state because governor yìí tó kọ́kọ́ máa ṣe lélẹ̀ ní under civilian ní 1999 military ti ṣe ní láti 1967 but pé wọ́n máa padà ní 1999 bàbá ìlú kọ́kọ́ ṣe but ojú olè rèé wọ́n ló gbé owó lọ sí Cayman Island tọ́jú owó pamọ́ sí Cayman Island only God knows how much money tó sì stack káàkiri torí pé gbà tó kú yẹn ó lè má mọ̀ pé ó máa kú àwọn ọmọ pàwọn máa kú mo kíyà tó bí mi lọ́mọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni we were in unity Yoruba nation movement before that nonsense Dagboru came and then infiltrated everywhere ẹni ẹ wọn kọ́ jẹ òun lélẹ̀ nísìn 1 2 3 4 over 6 lọ fún mi tí ìbátẹ̀ ìrántí tún mú jáde jẹ́ ọtí bá tó lọ wá ṣé ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n ṣe lè nísìn àníkọ́ lọ dáwó sí YSDN wọn ní kí ló fẹ́ fowó ẹlòmíràn máa bèrè pé kí ló fẹ́ fowó ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ I don't understand wọn ní kí ló fẹ́ fowó ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yá mi there is nothing like our culture kákọ̀ wá package culture yẹn káta síta ìtàn ṣe ní ọ̀fà yẹn nísìn culture wa ni irú èmi nísìn mo mọ tá a bá tètè délẹ̀ lérí tó lágbára Ọlọ́run mo mọ tí mídíà mi fẹ́ focus lé lórí ká mọ ma package gbogbo everything tí mo àtúnṣe àyìn síta nísìn yẹn lẹ́nu mi máa lọ kan sílẹ̀ ẹ̀kẹ́ mi náà mú yẹn dání sábẹ́ ẹ̀kú mi olúkálukú ló ní kan tó fẹ́ ṣe ìtẹ́mi fẹ́ ṣe yàtọ̀ sí tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe but àyè gba gbogbo wa láti ṣe so many things. mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí let's continue and listen to this.
jáyà jẹ wọ́n wọ́n ní tí ọ̀ká bá ń lọ wájú tí ṣègbè tẹ̀lé tí mi ò mọ.
mo kí ẹ maize gold.
èmi náà ẹjọ́ ńláńlá yẹn tó bá gbárù tó tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn.
gbogbo ẹ̀ ń tẹ̀lé wọn lẹ́yìn wọ́n ní pé èèyàn tó máa attack wọn ó máa try. ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé tá a bá dúró pọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá èèyàn tó máa ṣe jàmbá fún wa ó máa try gan kó tó lè rí ṣe. ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá wà lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan àyíṣì láti mú ó dàbí ìgbà tí mo wà ní secondary school mi ò mọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń jà mi ò jà rí mi ì mọ̀ bọ́yé ń wọ̀dì mú tọ́rọ̀ bá ti fẹ́ le ju ẹ̀mí tèmi lọ mo máa excuse matter yẹn. ṣùgbọ́n ó wá dídọ̀ kan ó wá ṣetán ní school wọ́n ti kó mi láyà jẹ already ní school ẹ ti wá lọ dènà dènà driver wa ò tètè dé láti wá gbé wa so tí gbọ́dọ̀ sí pé driver ò tètè máa yọjú máa bọ́tà máa wọ school padà mo bọ́tà nìyẹn wọ́n ṣe wọ́ mi nìyẹn mo fẹ́ bá mi fẹ́ na gbogbo àwọn girls yìí pé àwọn tó mi márùn lẹ́yìn ṣáwà ló bá rí lẹ́ẹ̀kan problem wọn dẹ̀ ní pé tí bá ti lọ fẹjọ́ sùn principal èmi òyìnbó dùn lẹ́nu mi gan ni pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ bó ti dálẹ̀ àwọn ò lè rojọ́ lóyìnbó.
I'm just gonna fast forward
lórí nìyẹn so irú yẹn dẹ̀ ní káwa náà pé ká lè fi kọ́ra lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pé tó ìwà ọmọlúàbí wa ibíbà ibòmíì wà ká wo àdúgbò tá à ń gbé ká lè má máa sọ ká má sì nǹkan bá ṣe ń ṣe nílé irú bíbà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ní ẹgbú ọmọ kan pé ọ̀tàn àwọn táwọn mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ náà máa wá wọ́n lè pọlọ́pàá sójú ẹ̀ pé ó yànyàn jẹ ilé ìjẹ́ ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí lọ́dọ̀ wa ń bí ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ kéékèèké ẹ̀ náà gbàgbọ́ wọ́n á sọ pé tọ́mọ àwa náà máa ń sọ Yorùbá pé bọ́mọdé bá ń ṣe pé ọmọdé kí ló tágbà ò rẹ́rìn sí bí àgbà wọ́n á ti wò pé ọmọdé yànyàn jẹ ni kò sí tẹ́ lè sọ tẹ́ fi lè change mind wọn wọ́n á rò pé yẹ kẹ́ lè fi tàgbà sí pé kẹ́ máa.
so èyí tí mo kàn fi mú jáde ní ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn sisters wa lẹ́yìn ni pé YSDM Global TV it is part of their publicity for creating gbàtí ìyélúfẹ́ our Khalito Abiodun Taiwo 4 months ago ìrìn àjò rẹpẹtẹ kàbèsí ẹ ọjọ́ náà máa sáré bí àná. And like I said, they have a lot of different other activities, that they talked about as well every now and then. So Akiwangon, and also Ejeka close our job search. And likewise, as you can see there, that is all about YSDM if you want to know much and much. So it is important that we continue to support and donate. Even if it's just little, donate is there. Does not matter. It goes a long way. Can't come on here. Need the war. Need the war. Now, Ejeka lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn Scotland. Ejeka lọ wo. Mo follow party kan tó ń pè ní Alba Party. Focused àwọn ilé ni pé independent Scotland. They are not interested in anything. Ẹ̀wọ̀n kan tó kọ sí bíbá. We are opposed to manufacturing, hosting, and the use of nuclear weapons and call for the removal of the WMD from day one of Scotland being re-established as an independent nation. And when I go back and play these particular, we have one video that we normally, just a reminder, video, it's just under 30 seconds.
Other countries were refused at first, but we have to remember, and this is a really important point, that self-determination is an inalienable international right and a law as well. And other countries will recognise Scotland's democratic choice expressed at the ballot box. They will recognise that because that is the route that many other countries have taken in order to become independent. And just to make that point, that international law is very pragmatic on that point, so we should have confidence in that.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. the patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction. And there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
And a good afternoon and welcome once again. Is the Tuesday catching up as we continue the education and the reason why the Yoruba people are asking for the right to self-determination. It is non-violent movement. It is just to create the conscious awareness, just as the Scottish people are doing, which is the next stage that we are going to be discussing right now. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń bá wa ká lọ, ẹ̀yin ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n káàkiri gbogbo àgbáyé, whether you're listening Akin Games, thank you so much. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí MixLR, we are not live on the Twitter. But mo tó ṣe Twitter, they've made some changes, and because OBS they nílò, so it's difficult now to integrate the RMT that allows me to broadcast to Twitter. So àwọn kan lè máa ṣe Twitter. But the reason why we can't do that now is because OBS, which is the studio, the media studio, Timomanlo, what Yokuro. So normally, if I wanted to go to Twitter and broadcast, I'll come to this producer and go live. But for whatever reason, Twitter has removed that. So actually my broadcast lost Twitter. Normally, this is what I use. So Tibati click lórí our fún access ni wọ́n pe kíní kan ní producer. So producer ẹni pé o fẹ́ produce the program jáde, but Twitter ti remove this option. But àwọn platform kan ṣì wà tó yẹ pé bí àwọn tó ń lo StreamYard àtàwọn tó ń lo MixLR, no, mo ní MixLR, XSplit, but bí pé OBS lè nílò. And OBS, if you don't know what is called OBS, it's just like an operating system, software that allows you to broadcast. It's an open source. I don't pay for it. It's free, but in I do pay about $8 every month so that logo one in my show. So, but we do other services that we pay for, like our MixLR and the rest of the other platform, including the Zoom and other packages of things that we run. So, in case you also want to start, not literally a Yoruba Nation campaign, hey, my beautiful auntie, Sister Gbemeleke Kabosoleto, whether you want to do anything, you want to broadcast out, it's a very good software to use, but you also need a very powerful machine. So in that, so so in between that is where we operate. We do a lot of things, we change, itinerary scene that it creates. I have about almost 5 screen missing. The screen so scene scene to so this is another scene. So this is another scene. So gbogbo scene yẹn a ti created so that ìtìmọ̀ fẹ́ lò tá bá ń ṣe zoom la máa sábà lo eléyìí ti zoom lélẹ̀ eléyìí náà is another one there, and this is another one tí máa fi ń ṣe intro. So it's just to encourage anyone that is out there, especially if they want to think out of the box for now. Nigeria is not going to give you any job, but you can start bit by bit, even if it's just with your mobile phone, build your platform, and with that, and you can do a lot of different things. You'll be surprised and amazed, what people do on YouTube sometimes. You don't need the software at some point as well. You can use your mobile phone and go straight on the, mobile also YouTube. You can just use your laptop, you can use your mobile phone. Big people are live already. If you click on that, you go live from your mobile phone, you can automatically go live as well. It takes time, you build a platform, and there's a lot of different things happening, on this particular, YouTube. But like I said, there are people that are, Mr. Beast, is the highest paid earner on the YouTube with 163 million subscribers.
You said you're subscribed to me? Yeah. Prove it.
Let me pause it. Only one invite to not because now let's see kini submersible to wọlé yẹn, but ó turn it down. With 163 million subscribers, it does a lot of crazy things. Different things it does all the time. Moment to upload 2 weeks ago. $1 million versus $1 million yacht. I can't play his video because his videos are very, very, you can see over 128 million people look to a video in just under 2 weeks. So this is why we are saying that we're talking about a lot of things that can generate Yoruba economy, which I discussed at 4 o'clock in the morning. And there's a lot of different things. Sometimes I just wonder, but everybody has different content. But in our focus, the lori missing Yoruba nation. That's why we hardly post anything. Maybe not if I post a different thing, but because Yoruba nation, and that is the reason why we also decide let's just create something different, which is the reason why we created this new channel. Because Yoruba, our other countries, target 3 hours. You understand? So we decided we will create something, even though it's in Yoruba, but English to only purpose and mission. And this is my 25 years in UK that I'm documenting bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. So that's about that. Now let's come to the Scottish that are also asking for the same thing. The people of Scotland have a right to self-determination. Then
the terms of the Scotland Act.
Protest that day. I think so. I'm going to stand up on my seat, but I come back in just under 2 minutes.
So that judgment by the UK Supreme Court went further than the terms of the Scotland Act and reached into international law. And they made the absurd decision that the people of Scotland had no right to self-determination. And that was something that I will never tolerate and we must never ever accept. The reason we must never accept it is because it is wrong in principle and it is wrong in law. I'm just going to read a section from Professor McCorkadale's opinion for you. Professor McCorkadale confirms that the people of Scotland are distinct within the UK and have a right to self-determination. And that right to self-determination applies to the people of Scotland. He goes on to state, as the people of Scotland are a people for the purposes of the right to self-determination, they can exercise it. This is the important thing. The choice of the means to exercise it is for the people to decide, not the state. Furthermore, he explains that the UK, as a signatory to multilateral international human rights legislation, has expressly accepted that the right to self-determination is a human right and not just an international principle. And that right is binding under international law on all states. And he also asserts that secession is not unlawful under international law.
Secession is not unlawful under international law. So àwọn tó máa ń fẹ́ fún yín ní impression this Yoruba especially àwọn media jagbajagba tó wà Nàìjíríà yẹn, àwọn bọ́lẹ̀ kájà media, àwọn brown envelope media, àwọn media tí wọ́n ní kankan tó fẹ́ project síta. You can hear what he's saying here. Let's ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ tán. Ẹ̀wẹ̀rò. Now ìbéèrè tí mò ń bí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa ní Koiki kí la fẹ́ jáde fún, kí la ní di protest fún, àìtí ìgbà ìlú yìí so sákọ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí social media nìkan, àní wà ní títì, àní jáde síta, I don't know. And this is the difference why I have always said, any effect goes, any effect wà lórí M1, ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ tó fẹ́ jáde sórí títì, even after tí CSI, kọ́nà bá ń dúró ti dáadáa, ó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, tó ti bá wa ṣe 5%, mo sọ fún yín pé gbogbo tá à ń ṣe lórí social media is 2%. 2% kò ju 2% lọ. So ẹ̀yin náà wo energy, they are coming back out again. Wọ́n jáde ní last week, wọ́n tún bọ̀ jáde again. Tẹ́ bá lọ sórí Twitter àwọn ilé nísìn, iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ni pé promoting of Scotland cutting out of this UK. Scotland is an energy-rich land of plenty. They are close àti kúrò lórí ti Kwara. So ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ focus lórí self-determination and nísìn. So let me just close as many of all these. Scotland is an energy-rich land of plenty, but we have children going hunger each day. This is a scandal, and addressing it must be a political priority. Àwọn náà bínú pé àwọn ò lè máa ó tún ní méjì kan tí mo máa ń lò tí wọ́n ní àwọn ṣe lè máa san owó energy bill tó pọ̀ ju ará àwọn làwọn ní energy, àwọn dẹ̀ làwọn sanwó tó pọ̀ jù. Scotland òun lélẹ̀ ẹ wòran. Ìyẹn la ṣe sọ fún yín pé àwa nìkan kọ́ là ń sọ pé a fẹ́ kúrò nínú ìlú kan. Àwọn náà ti ń gbìyànjú nísìn, àwọn náà register sábẹ́ UNPO, but they are still within the system called Great Britain until tó máa fi kúrò. Wọ́n ì tí kúrò nísìn, but wọ́n ń ṣe gbogbo ìgbìyànjú pé káwọn náà lè jáde. Àwọn náà ní template tó ń lò. And let's go further. Over the last 40 years, the United Kingdom Treasury has accumulated over 300 billion pounds in today's money from the North Sea. Àwọn làwọn lépo. Enough is enough. It is time for independence. Scotland is self-sufficient in oil and gas, having 96% of the UK crude oil and 63% of the UK natural gas production. Over the last 40 years, the United Kingdom Treasury has accumulated over 300 billion pounds in today's money from the North Sea. Àwọn dẹ̀ làwọn ní. Is that not the same thing táwọn Biafra náà sọ? Pé àwọn làwọn ní kíní, àwọn làwọn ń jìyà. But ẹ̀yin, very sad news today for all Scotland fans. Greg Brown was successfully Scotland manager, but above that, a fine human being. He helped take the nation to many major tournaments and also manage our under-16 to the World Cup final. Condolence from Alba to his family and friends. Now, Usman Yusuf plan risk putting independent on the road to nowhere, according to our party. Bọ̀bọ́ ni new prime minister wọn ní Scotland. Mo kí gbogbo ènìyàn wa, advert ṣe wá pọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ báyìí. Let me go back now to Scotland protest tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àti tó ń bọ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí. Ẹja tó gbọ́ nǹkan tó lè sọ. An independent Scotland will guarantee the right to strike and protect our. So wọ́n ṣàwá nìkan.
Independence is an incredible opportunity. It's the opportunity for us to come together as a nation, decide what the founding values of our new country will be. And the Scottish Government has just published a paper with... Ẹ má bínú pé mo pọ́sẹ̀, àwa nísìnyí orí Kwara náà mo ṣe wà, mo kàn tún fẹ́ padà síbẹ̀, including all the other Yoruba land. Ṣoríire níbẹ̀, ìyà ń jẹ yín, ẹ wà nínú ìṣẹ́, nothing is working. Àdẹ̀nókè, ẹ̀yin wá sọ pé political section ẹni ká máa lò lọ. Àwọn eléyìí náà lo political, wọ́n ní parliament, but àwọn eléyìí sọ pé no, àwọn ò fẹ́ system tó ń control wọn láti Westminster mọ́, àwọn fẹ́ níjọba tiwọn, àwọn fẹ́ ní political system tiwọn, so that àwọn lè ṣe kí ni arákùnrin Jagbọ́n tó ń sọ. How that process will work, how we'll come together, all of us, to decide on those values. And we've set a direction of travel towards a more...
Àwa nísìnyí, ẹ má bínú pé mo tún dá dúró díẹ̀, àwọn ọ̀nà àwọn olóṣèlú tó ń bá kí n tà ń ṣe. This is why the journey is getting a little bit steep. Ó ń fà bí kò fẹ́ máa fà, ó fẹ́ difficult because àwọn olè politician yìí bíi Lawal Alabi tó ṣe gómìnà yín ní Kwara State ní 1999 ó kó owó yín over 3.4 billion naira ó jí lọ sí Cayman Island ó lọ tọ́jú ẹ̀ pamọ́ síbẹ̀ ó kú sí London ní November 2016 no 2006 ẹ wá gbé bọ́dì ẹ̀ wọ́n lọ sí Ìlọrin wá dẹ̀ kírun léyìn náà lára àná ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ àràmù sẹ́ ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí tẹ̀ ń bẹ níbẹ̀ yẹn.
Progressive, fairer, greener country. An independent Scotland's constitution.
An independent Scotland constitution can guarantee kini.
Can guarantee that we are a nuclear weapons-free zone.
Okay.
Not just getting rid of Britain's nuclear arsenal from the Clyde.
Okay.
Banning any country's nuclear weapons.
Okay.
From passing through our territory.
Mo ṣàlàyé territory fún yín ẹni tó bá lọ wo program tí mo ṣe ní mo kí mọ́mí wa Abọ́sẹ̀dé Rachel ẹni tó bá lọ wo program tí mo ṣe ní 4 a.m. láàárọ̀ British time mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa territory àti meaning sovereignty ẹ lọ gbọ́ is 2 hours bí a fẹ́ bá gbélé tán ẹ má bínú pé lè ti ń lọ a little bit further down maybe I'm gonna wind down maybe I should wind it down maybe tá a bá ti gbọ́ díẹ̀ nípa ti àwọn Scotland protest àti tó fi ṣe ní next month my wine program it down so maybe another 30 minutes more.
We can use that constitution to guarantee the status.
I need the Yoruba constitution. I need the 1999 constitution. Tó ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa. 1999 constitution is a crime scene. It is not working. And this is the reason why we are saying we don't want such. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí ọmọdé mo kí àgbàlagbà.
Our National Health Service, making it all but impossible for any future government to privatise the NHS and compromise our right to healthcare. We can use that constitution to guarantee.
If we have a constitution, a máa guarantee pé gómìnà tá a bá gbọ́ kó jí owó lọ kúrò nínú Yorùbá nation country, Yorùbá kingdom country, àwọn kan tẹ̀ ń jà sí orúkọ. Can you imagine? Wọ́n ti ń jà sí orúkọ like Yorùbá nation fẹ́ pé yẹn bá máa pè ní Odùduwà republic àwọn òmùgọ̀. Àní ká tẹ̀sí kọ́kọ́ kó jágbára wa kúrò nínú Nàìjíríà. Gbogbo wa máa wá decide orúkọ wo la fẹ́ jẹ́ flag wo la fẹ́ lò kí ni mọ́tò wa máa jẹ́ kí ni this máa jẹ́ àti mọ̀bántẹ́mù wa yẹn wà òkè. Irọ́ àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ yẹn òṣèlú wọn gbọ́ Yorùbá nation ó ń run wọn nínú ó ń bí wọn nínú especially àwọn kan daft people all over the place.
Our basic human rights that are under constant attack in the UK right now.
But human rights are constant under attack in UK.
Guaranteeing the right to food, guaranteeing the rights of nature, not just.
This is the same thing that we are asking for. Kò jù báyìí náà lọ, kò jù báyìí lọ, kò jù báyìí lọ. Kò jù báyìí lọ. But unfortunately, àwọn èèyàn wa tàbá ní ẹjẹ́ àṣẹ lè nísìn wọ́n á ní no tí rẹ́dí ká ṣe. I don't want to move swiftly. Islander takes South ferry cancellation protest to Glasgow. Mo ṣì ń wá ìtọ́ṣe gangan. Get off news if you live in Scotland or go live in the country support. Get involved. Join the independent battle for independence. Àwọn ilé àwa ṣe wàhálà tán, ìwà wa lọ gbé níbẹ̀, wà wá gbàwé níbẹ̀, wà jókòó pa síbẹ̀. Àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, ó fi pé ìwọ smart. Àwọn ń jà fún nísìnyí, àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan wà níbẹ̀ nísìnyí, wọ́n bọ́dà, wọ́n wà interested. Ó dìgbà tí àwọn bá gba fún independent wọn tó ní value fún wọn, tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fún wọn, ìwà wa kó lọ síbẹ̀. Ìwọ náà máa claim right. Àìmọye àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń claim right in UK ní sí tó support Yorùbá nation because they don't see that anything wọ́n ní wàhálà ìtìkọ̀ jì wàhálà ìtìkọ̀ àwọn ilé ìníṣẹ́ ẹgbọ́n kan tó kọ síbẹ̀ they are fighting back to back. Mo ṣì wá ibi tó ti ṣe protest yẹn. Edinburgh University planned graduation protest over degree roll. Ó dà pọ̀ lélẹ̀ náà àwọn tí ará abẹ́tà àwọn lélẹ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ nǹkan self-determination sílẹ̀ jẹ́ self-determination ìyẹn tètè gbé jáde not self-determination. ẹ wò gbà tó ti ń protest gan. This is another one there láti August. They keep coming out. Àwọn náà dúró November lélẹ́yìí o. They are never tired. This was November last year. Àwa nísìn, ẹ jẹ́ ká jáde ká ṣe Yorùbá nation protest. Ayírẹ́ o, protest wo lẹ tún ṣe again? Protest wo la tún ṣe? Ní di protest kankan mọ́. Ìgbà wo ló ṣe 2019 lélẹ́yìí? This is another one. 2019 lélẹ́yìí. Ṣé ó ti sún wa bí? Kò sáwọn eléyìí láti 2019 almost same time táwa àti náà náà ṣe Yorùbá nation bọ̀ kò sú wọn. Because gbogbo ilé tó ń ṣe yìí wọ́n fi ń build the momentum. But èyí tí mo tẹ̀ ṣe ń wá, it has to fún àmọ́ ọ̀bẹ ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ABBA party. There's a particular Twitter handle kan tí mo ń follow. May. They had one 2 weeks ago. Only a particular one kan tí mo ń tẹ̀lé. Ẹ jẹ́ wo bí a gbé kankan jáde. Anyway, let me do it this way. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ lórí Google Direct. Scotland protest self-determination on the list. Self-determination news. Excuse me. Scotland protest self-determination. That was in May 2023. Because I only have 2 minutes gbogbo. Let's go back to search. Mo mọ̀ pé ABBA party náà ní link yẹn. Maybe we should go a little bit further down. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ni mo ń kánjú ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ further down. Because àwọn náà máa pick it tó ṣe ní rally yẹn. Mo bọ̀ wá gbọ́ èdè náà ti ṣe minister rí o. In the absence of referendum, you have to find another ballot box opportunity. A máa gbọ́ kan tó sọ mo ti gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀. Let me see if I can find it from here. There's a ẹ tún wo ilé nísìn. Ẹ wo gbogbo souvenir àwọn yìí. Ṣé ọ̀fẹ́ lẹ fi kọ́ máa ṣe gbogbo kínní? Ṣé fi pé printer kan máa ṣe fún wọn lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́? No, it doesn't work like that. All under one banner, Sterling ready for the off to backbone. Eléyìí tó ṣe last delay June 24. But ẹ jẹ́ ká wá fídíò jáde. MP support wọn. Àwọn ò ní MP kankan. MP kan wà lára wọn, ABBA Party Westminster. Àwọn ò ní nísìn nítorí pé gbogbo àwọn politicians wa, they are criminals. They are not interested, to be part of the self-determination. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ilé káwé ilé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, secession is not a crime under international law. This is why we are saying we must have the general election on a Scotland United ticket. And we need a lot of backup from some of their former. We believe in independent We believe independence is an overwhelming and immediate priority for the people of Scotland. Join us, albaparty.org, because that is their belief. So what we do now, search event. But anyway, I think we have an idea, you know. But you know, read the next. Let me do it this way. Okay, now we are getting there. This is another one, from another angle. Dissolution, dissolve the union. Dissolve this. I want the union, but then by that this is dissolve Nigeria. Yoruba come and be me why? Kilo de me dissolve Nigeria. Bí pé bàbá ẹ̀ lórí Nigeria. Bí ìgbà tẹ́ pé generation ẹ̀ lórí Nigeria. Adẹ̀ láwọn Yorùbá tẹ́ pé àwọn ló ń support APC nísàlẹ̀. Ó pọ̀. Wọ́n wà káàkiri, especially the diaspora. Ẹ wo Scotland ní since àwọn ọmọ ìlú wọn wà okay ni. Wọ́n wà okay now, at least to some extent. But àwọn sì tún believe pé no, a dissolve union àwọn ọ̀fẹ́ mọ́ ó ti sú wọn. And they are not ready to back down. They are not ready to give up. So ẹ ṣe wọ́n sọ fún wa pé káwa give up. Ẹ ṣe sọ fún wa pé ẹ torí pé Tinubu wà níbẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ jókòó síbi kan náà. Bí pé Tinubu máa wà níbẹ̀ forever. Bí a ọba ni kéǹgì ni Tinubu àbí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo fídíò yìí dẹ̀ sí. Ẹ wo flag wọn bó ṣe ń fẹ́ lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́lẹ́. Ọlọ́run ló mọ oríṣiríṣi thousands of pounds. Ẹ fi pé nǹkan kékeré tó ń rọra ṣe yìí. Ó máa cost money, some kind of money. I don't have a figure. Abẹ́rẹ́ dissolve kí ló kọ síbẹ̀? Dissolve the union. Union wo ló ń sọ àwọn ò fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú UK mọ́. Àtàrúgbó àtàgbàlagbà wọ́n ń fight fún future fún ẹrù ìrìnbóṣepọ̀. Báwa bá ní ká jáde ìgbà yẹn lẹ́nu mi máa náà ní another angle kan tó lélẹ̀. Àwọn oníbáíkà tó tẹ̀lé wọn. Now, ṣé irú ilé ìkọlù ẹ̀ka wà náà continuity yes I understand pé ìyàtọ̀ máa wà sí country to country especially the lawless country but now that we have a new president ó dìgbà tá a bá test the ground làwọn ọmọ ibi tóun náà ló fẹ́ fi sí àìtí test the ground pẹ̀lú Tinubu nísìn in terms of coming out for any kind of activities gbogbo activities wa so far is a letter we sent to him and the online conversation that we are doing yàtọ̀ sáwọn tó fẹ́ lọ dágbóró ní amúlùdùn mo kí bàbá Babátúndé tó fi di pé a jáde but ẹ wà àwọn ilé nísìn wọ́n jáde ẹ tún wọ̀ another angle kan tún wà ẹ wo bọ́ ṣe pọ̀ bí eru about 6,000 of them wá rìn kò sí àwọn tó ń fún yàn kankan lówó olúkálukú wá ń ṣe fún rẹ̀. It creates the awareness. Ẹlòmíì tó ṣì ń support politician níbẹ̀ òun náà tún máa gbé yẹ̀wò ó náà gbé lè máa make sense o. But irọ́ rally wo lẹ́ ṣe again ẹ fẹ́ fi kówó jẹ ní bla 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 blow just lunatic people labato another angle to the day. Tó bá yẹ pé àwa náà rí 6,000 of Yorùbá people tó ń jáde ní UK l'Amẹ́ríkà ní káàkiri a máa ní impact but irọ́ tó bá ṣe pátí ládùúgbò mi nísìnyí rí wọn èrò máa kún bẹ́ẹ̀ sùn wá drive wá láti ibi tó jìn bọ̀kọ́ wá ṣe rally irọ́ wọ̀ níwà ìyẹn ọkàn òun and this is why we are èmi ní wọ́n fi pé ẹ bá náà fẹ́ rally then a máa exhaust gbogbo diplomacy wa kó tó di pé ìgbà àsìkò máa ṣẹlẹ̀ but irọ́ ẹ̀fẹ́ yẹn. Their next outing one is July. Mo ti rí yẹn already. Ó dà pọ̀ dáhùn ilé ló wà. All banner under one banner. Ẹ̀kú mo gbé sọ́nù pé tí bá sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ pé mò ń wá látẹ̀ nǹkan àìtí rí yẹn kò jẹ́ kí kọ́ mi balẹ̀. The next one is July 29. Wọ́n ṣe kan ní April, wọ́n ṣe kan ní May, wọ́n ṣe kan ní June. Àwa nísìnyí tàbá ní a máa jáde o, a ní kí la fẹ́ jáde fún? Kí la tún fẹ́ jáde fún? Because tí mo value ìgbàgbé dání. They are coming back out again. They leave at exactly 12:30 p.m. sharp. Gather early. March for independence. Then retreat and take me jare. Ó wà lórí timeline mi. March for independent Scotland. Saturday 29 July 20. Ebi o ṣe ọmọ Scottish nísì, but mo bá wọn polówó ẹ̀. Gather early. Leave at 12:30 p.m. sharp. Make sure to attend the national demonstration for self-determination. #Yes we can. March for independence. And you can see, àwọn náà ní petition táwọn náà gbé jáde. Táwọn náà ṣe kí ni pé allow for a public referendum on the monarchy. Okay, monarchy tẹ̀lé. Àwọn tẹ̀ like àwọn like king rárá. Wàláì. King Charles wọ́n gba tiẹ̀ rárá láti bíbá síbẹ̀ yẹn. And they are pushing it. Ẹ wò nísìn within the space of 1 hour. Ó ti post kan ní nísìn. Ó tún ti post mí ní 16 minutes. Ó tún ti post kan ní 3 hours ago. Ó post kan ní 3 hours ago. So ìyẹn làwọn náà ṣe ń post all the time. Tẹ bá lọ sí community mi lórí YouTube. Tẹ bá lọ sórí Twitter. Nàìjíríà nísìn orí Discover làwọn yẹn wà. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbé bòun níbo ní àdésùà ta ní báńkì W bá sùn bí ìgbà tẹ́ pé yẹn kàn òun kí ní kàn pẹ̀lẹ́ tó bá sùn òun ní owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn méjèèjì wà òkè ìwọ tí yà ń jẹ a lọ sórí gist yes it's good to go and do all this gossip ẹ̀rọ àwọn yẹn rí nísìn 16,000 tweets lórí gist lover ìyẹn ló kàn wọ́n nísìn ẹ jẹ́ mo yóò yà ni mo sọ fún yín ẹ ká mẹ́tọ̀ ìwá sílẹ̀ a ti ṣe exactly what I wanted under 3.5 hours I think that is more than enough for now. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí èmi náà ń pè ní Ọláyọmí Kóìkì Òṣòdì bí Òṣòdì ní ẹbí àdòmọ́ta ẹ̀rí bó ṣe kú nonsense and jagbajantes. Can we come out on 1st of July for Igboho Day? Mo ń bá èmi àti brother mi Gbẹ̀du we are talking about it with all the media. I think an announcement will be made very soon on that so that ìjọ tẹ̀lé pé ṣé weekend kan ló bọ́ sí July 1st yẹn. Yeah, Saturday. It's a Saturday. Yeah, I think it's a Saturday. Yeah, it's a Saturday. I think it's worth looking into. Yeah, it's worth looking into. Mo kí Òòṣà fún rẹ̀. Ọlọ́run bá ń dúró tì á dúró tì gbogbo àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí ẹ̀. Thank you so much. That is how far we can go. If I don't make it out again tonight, as usual, just keep the notification on. Ìgbà tí mo feel pé mo ní energy ni mo jí ní 4 o'clock lóru and I just came downstairs and we banged it 2 hours. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ báyìí tí wò, mo sọ̀rọ̀ nípa sovereign nation and mo dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa the topic was based on sovereign nation and the other area I discussed as well. Jésù nìkan lọ́ba, of course, we are coming out for rally July 1st. All right, thank you so much. So, thank you so much. I think Saturday we should roll out. Next week Saturday, call my boss here. Happy Saturday, coming. And it's this Saturday. When the calendar me work. Yeah, this Saturday. Yeah. I think we should roll out on Saturday so that the announcement can filter through quickly. Like but long. And to make it. It's okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a very beautiful afternoon. It's a catch up again, Mr. Fab Mori, Kunle Baker, side to you and everyone that is out there listening without comment or anything. Especially in Teti Salo, I'm okay. Well, I bet not worry. Emma disturb arayin. Gbogbo imatola, ojú imatola láìpẹ́. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ kan sí. I gotta go now. But before we go, as usual, we just play this, and then when I come back, I play the anthem and we check out. You don't see Igboho la fẹ́ catch up with. So let's do that again and then bring you back to back with this as well. Ekiti was the loudest. I have politician Jaco here. Abaje Karakun continue by on the election in Nigeria. It's been a long day, so if you're not lost shaking me, I'll go and relax the body a little bit. And I can always confirm that, yes, IGBOHO is still fully a Yoruba nation without no looking back. Confirm that no looking back. I won't go more than that details. Yoruba nation for life. So, and we play the anthem. Oman pariwo díẹ̀ bí a kẹ́ reduce system bí a kẹ́ mi dẹ́ reduce tèmi lẹ́ni ìyẹn kan ní àkókò máa dé wa létí náà anthem yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ máa jáde kiri ní ẹlẹ́ máa reduce system lọ́dọ̀ tí ń lọ́n no looking back confam ní sọ fún yẹn no retreat no surrender lẹ́nu CSI confam lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn no retreat no surrender orí Yorùbá nation la dúró lé lórí and ìjọ ẹ̀ lọ kó dàbọ̀. Just our normal usual closing entertainment. Yeah, catch up on me. Yeah, this is it. Thank you so much. I think I can see another donation. Clement, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Mr. Clement.
ẹ má fojú ko eruku ata abẹ́ ń bẹ eruku ata tí o ti fojú ko bàbá wà gbogbo Nàìjíríà ẹ má fojú ko ata ẹ lójú. Ọmọ Oòduà ọ̀gá Fúlàní ló jẹ́ o. Yorùbá nation yìí ti gbogbo wa ni kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sílùú mìíràn. life is so funny. You come with nothing, then fight for everything, and later leave everything and go back with empty hand. God is powerful.
Ojo gàté, kòjọ gàté, Yorùbá nation ṣe bí eré, ó kéde ara rẹ̀, Yorùbá nation rèé o, ó dúró nàtán, Yorùbá nation, ó dúró gédégbé làwa wà, ó dúró gbáǹkéké, ó dúró gbáǹkọ́gbì bí ọ̀pá ọ̀ranyàn káàkiri nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà, ìlú tí a tẹ̀dó sí orókè Oòduà, onílẹ̀ Yorùbá kò lè farasin. Yorùbá nation ti dúró nàtán fáyé rí ní USA ló bá tán. Ẹgbẹ́ ìlànà Oòduà lábẹ́ olùdarí ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n àgbà Bánjí Akíntóyè ẹ̀ka ti USA lábẹ́ ìṣàkóso Barrister Adékúnjọ ń ló gbé akéde Yorùbá nation yìí kalẹ̀ kàǹkà. Àgbájọ ọwọ́ là fi sọ̀yà o, àjèjì ọwọ́ kan ò gbẹ́rù dórí, kárìn kápọ̀ yíyẹni. Gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà nílẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà àti lágbàáyé ńlá pè láti darapọ̀ mẹ́gbẹ́ wa yìí ní www.ilanausa.org tàbí kí ẹ pè wá sí 202-210-3251. Yorùbá nation kéde ara rẹ̀ fáyé rí, ojú tẹlẹ́gàn. Yorùbá nation is calling. Sons and daughters of Yoruba land and citizens of the world, behold, the Yoruba nation has come to stay. The billboard is magnificent. It is beautiful. It is second to none. It is historic. Sons and daughters of Oduduwa land, this is a clarion call for you to be part of history. Make haste and join Ilana Oma Oodua, USA, at www.ilanausa.org. Today, as tomorrow may be too late, Yoruba nation is second to none. Call us today at 202-210-3251. Yoruba nation, Ògo Adúláwọ̀.
KOIKIMEDIA, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Thank you so much. Have a very great afternoon and bye for now.